I'm not drunk. And we're here to celebrate with piracy on the high seas.
Yeah.
And with me on these most suspicious of days is, of course, our former dread oppressors, the Danes.
Yes,
And-
well,
Yes, thank you.
thank you. do the little royal wave, out the window.
Jonas, introduce me.
Exactly. That's something I'd really liked in Rogue Trader. You could tell Abelard to introduce you.
Tell this scum who I am.
Exactly. Tell these swine who stands before them. Good stuff. And of course, Zareth is here.
Hello.
Our trusty ally from across the pond. And
Yes, I share a land border with the Danes, so
Yes.
you know.
How are you going
I'm-
to introduce
I'm with
me,
them.
considering nationality?
and we have Sheep, the most nefarious traitor
One
in
of
the
them.
universe.
Oh, I was about to say great
You know,
trade
that's
partner
fair.
for steel
That's
and
fair.
weapons, but you know,
No, I never forget. My wife.
yeah, I was about to say that I knew that was about the Crusader Kings thing immediately.
The
That was
grandest.
so long ago.
I never
You had so
forget
much
it.
fun with that game.
I was outraged and laughed at the same time, and I'm still doing it, sort of decades later.
We
can't
played for an hour and it became like a
Yeah.
core memory for you.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
yeah. And I'm done with that game because nothing can ever top it.
Got your money's worth.
Yeah, I did.
Out of any group of people, like Manakai, like Jonas and Sheep, I would expect betrayal.
Yeah.
I would. These three people. I would
Would
just
you have
be like,
expected that I wasn't even involved?
you probably were betraying someone else.
Betrayal will happen somewhere. Yeah.
I would look at the group and I'd be like, okay, trust no one.
What? I am the most honest one in this chat room,
Yeah. yeah.
for sure.
Actually believe it.
I'm very upfront with my villainy.
You thoroughly dislike conflict
Yes.
with friends.
And,
so
and loose ends.
Yes.
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 Speaking of loose ends,
Oh yes.
Yeah, and not to take your word from you, Jonas. It's your turn to recap.
Aha! All right. Last time on the Skulls and Shackles, we caught up to the Magpie Princess using the Kelpies that we got from Gen Z after defending her and her herd from the evil Sea Witch, who could have granted Artemis tremendous power, but he, noble as he is, thought of his crew and friends and chose humility over vast cosmic riches. And so we caught up on the Magpie Princess, climbed aboard, and there was a slobber knocker of a fight. Rough, to be sure. Pretty drained. Everyone is gathered. I think everyone survived of our people. Everyone of the enemy is dead. And the ship, pretty good condition, all things considered. And we are anchored outside the dreaded isle on the northern part of the... forget what this like stray of islands was called, but we're in the northern part where supposedly the mysterious Horn has led us, or Captain Lantari and her treacherous bunch, to the mysteriously long-lost treasure of Gemma Redclaw. And we are here to decide what to do next, but presumably our vengeance is not complete.
No. We should have a chat with everyone and
Yeah,
understand the situation.
yes.
We did also have two people from Captain Lantari's crew who defected. Belina and Imogen, I believe.
We do?
And
Well,
defensively, too.
They helped us.
Belina literally helped us, and Imogen just stayed in her room and did nothing, which honestly I'm okay with.
I'm not sure who those were, but yes.
Belina is the sea witch. Imogen the doctor.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, she jumped in immediately and went to go get the hostages free after
I don't.
killing somebody.
First of
Remember
all,
that.
Revealed very early because of your buff.
yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she accepted the.
All right, there are our allies. Courageous anthem. Oh,
It's the new way. Instead of doing
yeah.
Lance of Faith,
Go
you
in-
now do
inside.
the just
Yeah.
do the AoE.
Yeah, let's gather on the top deck, shall we?
Yeah, everyone gather up, gather up.
Tempest will quickly approach as we're gathering. Approach Grask and say, "Grask, you have a spyglass, don't you?
I do, yes.
Can you
You
take
want
a
it?
look and see? I mean, sure, if I could borrow it, or
Absolutely.
I just want to. Yeah, thank you. And Tempest would like to check the coast and look for the smaller boats. Did they take one to dock or to get on shore?
Yeah, you want to look at the small boat on the shore? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find it.
Yeah, you
depending
could
on-
see it in there. It's pulled up.
Okay, great. Does it seem like anyone's guarding it, or that there's like a camp
No,
nearby?
it has been left. It doesn't seem like a group of people left that packed to stay out there.
Right. They just beached it and left it.
Yeah, pulled it
Alright.
up far enough that the tide wouldn't grab it, and then put the oars in it and went in.
Okay. I'll give Grask the spyglass back. Say, "Oh, thank you very much. I'll be right back." And jumps off the edge of the ship.
Oh.
I was gonna say, Abby is like scuttling over to Tempest, like, I need some healing. It's like, oh,
Off she goes.
well,
I think I healed everyone during the fight, so you got to wait 10
Tempest
minutes. before-
swimming down, getting bitten by a fish for 10 damage, and instantly dying.
Ah!
Oh well.
No.
I wonder when
uh,
she'll get back, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
Tempest
just gonna
can
I'm just
swim.
gonna scoop up that boat and then or paddle it back to the Magpie Princess.
Swimming in the water here, you see that the island is quite steep. It gets deep quickly. Basically, there's a lot of sand, and then there's sort of a what seems to once has been a coral reef down there, but it's sort of bleached and dead. But has sort of a like it's bleached and like polished basically. So it's clear that the coral reef is dead, but it's almost shiny, and you believe on really clear days that there might be like a glitter as the sun might reflect off of these shiny coral bits. It looks kind of valuable, like it looks like pearlescent, but looking at it, but it isn't basically, because once you take it out of the water, and so it'll just lose the shine.
Please, I'm gonna make a recall knowledge check to see if Tempest knows what could cause that.
Tempest doesn't know. Tempest hasn't really seen this sort of thing. Usually, where Tempest is from, there's a lot of storms closer to the Eye of Abendago, and coral reefs like this don't really exist because they get ripped up too often.
Yeah.
So you don't really have any experience with it.
Tempest gets caught up like in a world of like some wanderlust for a second. Wow, and then it's like, right, stay on target.
Yeah, you see. Give me a perception check.
Sure. Blind.
Yeah, please. Oh, as you swim past, towards to get the boat, you do see something else that glitters and catches your eye. As you look down, it seems to be a small silver piece stuck in the sand.
Oh, okay, sure, why not? I'll go and wriggle
And it
that
seems
out.
to be an old Taldane silver coin.
Look like it's been
dropped
here for a while.
Oh yeah, it looks like
No
it's been
signs
here
of
for a while,
rust?
but no,
Okay,
it's not,
so
not
nobody-
corroded particularly. There's a little bit of
Nobody
like
dropped
a
this
little
as
bit
like a
blackened,
breadcrumb or something like that. It's been here for
It
a
certainly
bit.
isn't recent, but
Huh.
but looking around the beach, you could imagine that there would be many more like scattered around the sand.
Oh, interesting. Well, I will pocket that knowledge for later, as well as the coin for now, and go scuttle up that boat and cut off their way back to the Magpie Princess while we heal and strategize.
Sure. While Tempest is out swimming, everyone else has sort of been gathering up on the deck. Imogen is taking a look at the 3 crewmates who were on shore and sort of who got pretty hurt. Some of them pretty badly off. Really, Mr. Scrimshaw here is the only one who didn't get downed. And sort of taking a look at that. Grog is stretching, cursing a little bit. Sandara is basically standing ready to talk to you, while Country Bar is clapping his heels and mumbling to himself about the heroics as he tries to look not at the bodies that are sort of clumped towards the side.
All right. Artemis will look over and look to see Sandara and says, "Sandara, report. I think."
As you look to her, Jack sort of pushes Imogen, who is bandaging his arm away, and say, I'm also part of this. She'll scrounge to get over there.
Okay. Sure. Gabby's in front, ready to attack opportunity. Anything that comes close. No one moves. All right. I mean, Artemis will step forward and says, "All right, Jack. Sandara, why don't you tell us exactly what happened?"
Sandara looks a bit sheepish. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Sure.
Can confirm.
Can't confirm.
It's my word.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, she should look a little bit sheepish. That looks fine. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I see what you did, Sheep. That went way over my head.
So, when I last saw you, Artemis, we had a conversation in which you told me that death was better than defeat. I ruminated upon this for a time while you were off and the others were harvesting. I wasn't really allowed off the ship for obvious reasons. I had the pieces with me. Nothing happened for a while. First day, second day. But I couldn't let it slip my mind. You seemed so sure that something was up, or rather, so prepared for it that, well, I figured we should Jack sort of nudges and says, "Come on." Says, I figured we should take the first step, I suppose. If they were so suspect that we couldn't trust them to, well, that we might have to kill ourselves to stop them, then why not prevent it from ever coming up? Trust them because they couldn't really betray us, at least. That was the idea. So and she looks at Jack, I thought of what to do. We couldn't let them have the pieces. They knew I had them. And honestly, with how many of our people were assigned to shore duty, it just didn't seem really feasible to fight them off if they decided to come for it. And yet, I didn't really want them to kill all of us, only to fail to stop them anyway. I could have thrown the things in the water, but, well, they could have probably found them one way or another anyway. So instead, Jack sort of bursts out and says, well, she came to me. And he taps his nose, I went to Krupp, got a couple old soup bones and carved fakes. I see. Well, Zendar nods and says, yes, well, that's the thing, really. Carved some fakes. I figured with how little time we've actually had them and how Praxo had been in the room whenever they discussed them, if we had a good look, we could make something that seemed the same. It might win us enough time, and, well, if the worst happened and they discovered they were fake, then I suppose that would be just as bad as them having betrayed us in the first place. So I had Jack carve fakes. Jack nods rapidly. Then I had the potion. Because, well, now we had 2 fake ones, and they had the real one. Jack says rapidly, "We stole it."
Excellent.
Sindar nods. Yes, as he said, we stole it. I hope that it was worth it in the end. I mean, stopping them was one thing, but figured why stop? Clearly we were already distrusting them to the point of, well, preemptive betrayal? I feel vindicated now, she sort of gestures to the bodies. But at the time, I must admit, I felt a bit, well, you know.
And well done. And they fell for the ruse, then I take it. We just
Yes, well, when they came to us, it was the alchemist, as well as Hinson, who came to demand the things be delivered. The captain wasn't there at the time. She was in her room, I assume, preparing for something nefarious. But they demanded them, at the pain of death. He had, well, the bottles, as you saw, threatening to unleash them, and more, too. He had given them to some of his crewmen. Julia, one of them. They said that unless I did it, they would unleash them, so I gave them the fakes. Hinson took them and accepted them right away.
all right.
Well, once we got here, they sort of forced us to sail the ship and then tied us up downstairs. That wasn't really part of the plan, she says. But the food had been... We were all... Most of us were drowsy, sluggish. They put something in the food before they even started the whole betrayal. It was well planned, well thought out. We couldn't really stop them by fighting at the end of it. Had I not been mistrustful, they would have easily taken it off of us.
Odds. And says, well, you have done well. Thank you both. You have done great service to the crew. Looks over to Praxu, nods, and says, and also thank you, Praxu, for being overly suspicious. All of this has proven difficult to handle, but we have done so, and as far as I can see, everyone is alive as his eyes sort of wander over the gathered crew. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. Now then.
Billina.
Yeah.
Sort of... It's like a...
Now then, what to do with you two? Artemis will flare around and tip his hat slightly towards Belina and says, Mistress Sea Witch, I believe. Give me a good reason not to slit your throat and throw you overboard.
Well... Would it be a bad idea to say that it would be a waste? Yes.
That really depends what I would be wasting, wouldn't it? Because so far, most of the things it seems to me I would be wasting will be more opportunities for you to betray us, which I am, in honestly, quite fond of wasting.
I suppose I can give you context for what happened here, but... Sid looks around and says, I've been part of 2 mutinies now, and... Well, none of them have really been great, I'll say. I was not in on the main plan. The whole gather things, commit, well, betray you and maroon you on an island. That was only revealed to me when the actual thing was going to go ahead, and as it turns out, I had eaten from the same food as the others. They told me that it was, that it would be unbelievable if they all ate different food.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, they wanted to know if I was with them. I told them I was, because, well, frankly, I wasn't going to get locked down in the hold with the others. That would serve no purpose for anyone. I don't think, he sort of looks to Imogen and says, I think maybe that was the way it was. These people, she gestures to Yulia and Cobb, they were always nasty, cruel people. But not all of us were. Just, some of us were just people, you know? I've got no quarrel with you, and frankly, I feel betrayed as well. Though perhaps I've had a bit more time to ruminate on it. I tried to help you when you came back. I figured you would, one way or another. Or, eventually, we would have found a way to get the stuff from Julia and then freed the others to take back the ship, then come get you.
Try to sense some motive here.
Yep.
I'm doing the same.
Oh. Yeah. If she was lying, she would be fooling you both. Artemis especially and thoroughly. I guess maybe it's romantic enough to believe it entirely and fully without any reservations.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
We've rarely seen someone speak so earnestly and with so much truth.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. A single tear falls from her eyes as wind rustle her elven hair.
She even flashes you the memento from that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Somebody
Perception
loved
only.
me.
I mean, that is certainly speaking to Artemis.
Behind Praxu
Perception
will
roll?
Will narrow his eyes.
All
Praxu
right.
will pipe up and say, pragmatically speaking, I also have two arguments why I believe her and think she might be useful. First of all, if she had helped the rest of Captain Lentari's crew, then our assault may have very well failed. It was not as overwhelming as I'd hoped it would be, which suggests that, she didn't take that opportunity, which was either foolish or, supports her claim that she too was betrayed. And second of all, she possesses a certain skill set that we are, as a crew, currently lacking.
Witchery?
I
am
assume
a navigator, but most of what people
No.
attribute to me and often my kind at sea.
I was
It's
gonna
just
say, so it's
natural
just
skill.
because you're an elf, is it?
She nods. Yes, we
Yeah,
often get called witches and the like because we listen to the wind, we smell the sea, and we follow those instincts that bring us to where we need to go. But to many, that is as close to witchery as, well, they don't really differentiate.
For what it's worth, I was referring to your skills as a navigator.
Good. That's
Well-
refreshing.
Miss Bellina, I have decided that we should probably give you another chance. Now, there are limits to me and my crew's patience. So, don't do this again, because if you do, I think that's the end of it. We understand each other?
She nods.
Excellent. Welcome to the crew. And he turns around towards Imogen. And you?
I'm a doctor. I'm very helpful at taking care of people, she says. And I
You
can
were
read
just in your closet the whole time.
compared to
weren't you?
most of, you know, people like.
Artemis looks over to Belina. What's your impression of Imogen here?
He looks down and says, "Well, she's a good doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't rip teeth out with hooks or saw wood into people's wounds,
Sold!
as I've heard. But
That does sound like witchcraft to Artemis, not doing that. That seems...
she's not been cruel at any point I've worked with her.
Huh. Also sounds weird for a doctor not to be.
You know, it's highly unusual, but it's been working well.
Okay.
Well, I don't think you should kill her.
All right. Let me bring up my my pocket scroll where the different tasks are currently.
Did you also eat from the poisoned food?
He shakes her head. No, I never eat with the crew.
The surgeon is vacant and the shipwright is vacant. Grask is pretty decent at sailing lore, or what's Grask's like?
Good. I have the unique opportunity to be a navigator, but survival is not going to be something I'm going to be pushing up. So having one is nice.
Right. Then if we have someone who can craft or sail lore, then we could have a shipwright. Let's see. Praxu. I'm just looking at my notes here. Praxu sailing master pilot requires training sailing lore. Well, I mean, we could keep Grask on navigator potentially. Move Praxu to shipwright and have the Sea Witch as a sailing master. And then we have the Imogen as the surgeon. I mean, that could potentially work. Artemis consults his pocket scroll. Yes.
I just ask for to be left alone for the most part. I didn't take part in any mutiny. Frankly, I've never been that concerned with who the captain is, as long as I'm allowed to do my thing.
Actually, that is a good question.
I want to read books. I want to collect knowledge, particularly about the Golgan.
That is a good question, actually. What are you doing here, if you're not into all of this piratry and mutineering stuff?
Well, I came to the Shackles to learn. One, there's many plants and medicines, but more importantly, I used my knowledge of surgery and, well, the medicine as a way to learn more about the world. This place has so much lore that has been unexplored by anyone. Because most people who come here as scholars with no particularly marketable skills. They arrive and they ask people for help studying something, and then they get killed. I have tried to be useful to whoever finds me, and then in return I'm allowed to collect books and gather what things I find to study. And who knows, she says, maybe there could be, treasure sites and the like in some of these old notes. She doesn't believe that herself. Nor does she think that's particularly important.
And you wouldn't, like... Do you have any, let's say, moral qualms in general about being a swashbuckling buccaneer in the high seas? Because you seem more to be like a scholar than anything else.
She nods. I've never killed anyone, if that's what you're asking. I wouldn't like to.
No, I would prefer if you tried the opposite. But if we get out of here, you do realize that we will sail the high seas and reap and plunder and such.
She nods. So no honest merchant sails the waters of the Shackles.
Fair enough.
Something she's clearly convinced herself of a long time ago. Besides, I have to get my materials from somewhere, and, well, wealthy merchant ships sailing, with slave-produced goods of well, my own people often enough, they will be the ones carrying the books that I want.
Interesting.
I don't intend to buy them. certainly.
Love stealing from the rich.
Where
It's
I
really
like it
it's
too.
reclamation, he says.
Oh, I see. it's
You know-
on narco-capitalism. That's what we preferred. What?
No, Imogene, I think you would have liked my parents. They actually mostly attacked merchants because of their books and materials and whatnot they were carrying.
Oh, they sound
Sadly,
interesting. Hopefully, they're still around.
they got captured by Chilaxian slave hunters a bit over a decade ago.
Oh yes, that can absolutely not happen.
where?
I think that would be my least desirable way to go.
Where exactly was she
If
from?
we ever get boarded and they make it far enough down to me, I'm drinking poison.
Fair enough. I like the dedication. Where was she from? Did she say?
Absalom,
Absalom. All right, makes sense.
originally. She says.
Yeah, makes
I've
sense.
traveled. Far.
Excellent. Where was Belina from? Or was she born in the Shackles?
She is native.
Native of Shackles. All right. You know what, Imogen?
She probably like say some name you've never heard of.
Of course, yeah.
So in the
Mwangi
Mwangi,
name for something.
yes.
Mwangian, Ekujai tribe or something, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Clan of the Leopard or some such.
Gabby understands the language, but
He's like, yes, of
geography
course.
is not her thing. It's like, yes, the jungle,
Her
By the
native
stone?
language is
Okay.
Mwangi. Yeah.
Mwangi, yeah. All right, excellent. Well, Imogen, Belina, welcome to the crew. Imogen, you can start by patching up our dear crewmates here. And I would like a survey of what we have on this ship. Quartermaster, attend me, please.
Grok steps up. Yep.
All right, Grok, how bad is it?
Shit, it's not too bad, really.
Really?
Things are quite alright.
All
Of
right.
course, there's places I haven't been. She glances to the captain's quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But given time, I should be able to catalog everything.
Excellent. Get to it. Whatever loot these scurvy dogs had on them, and make sure that they are presented for the captain's bounty and all of that stuff. Most excellent. The captain's quarter, yes. As Artemis tosses the hair. I should inspect that, I should think. Yes. Artemis will furtively look over to Krupp. Does he see Black Bezabel anywhere?
Because Gabby was just about to talk about that too. It's like, oh.
Yes, Krupp is cradling the chicken.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
You're very good.
Hey, they dared to grab at you.
All right.
I'm
Alright.
afraid I would have to make him like a feather amulet.
She looks at you, Bezabel. You look at
know.
Bezabel. Bezabel burps. Clearly very big. Says, hey, we're Feetner. Force Feetner.
Oh no.
I don't know why I wanted to do such a thing.
Oh, that French chef, I know why. He's a monster. Monster. All right. Artemis looks around. I shall inspect the captain's quarter. And, well, I'm sure you will all make yourself very useful in the meantime.
Yeah. I say. Yes, sir. As people begin to sort of.
Yep. Make ready and clean up and whatnot. All right.
Already taken the initiative to go
I-
over here.
yeah,
He's
I-
really looking for like documents and plans and whatnot.
Yes. Of
rush
course.
in there too.
Yes. Yeah, I'll
Inspect.
Artemis will spend some time going through this place. For sure.
The more we know what we are about to get into, the better, because I have expectations. None of them are good. It would be nice to either dispel or support them.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So Gabby will go and like give Hooks and Tilly like a cool Brofist.
Hmm.
You guys were awesome. Like, yeah, she looks up at Tilly like fucking like she got guts, you know.
Yeah, he
You're
just gives
fighting them with like a bottle.
an up knot.
Yes.
So Tilly has sort of a bit of a like a Cockney British bar wench situation going on. Okay.
Yeah.
She's a brawler certainly.
Gabby likes it. As a brawler herself, she's like, oh yeah. Let's see.
Aye. Yes. So it was close. They almost got us. Not the first time though. His Hook's just like shakes his.
I was
It's
kind of
bad.
shook. Are those like monsters?
Aye, she threatened if
I'm not
we
used.
didn't go down the hole, she would have dumped them all on us from the beginning. They were waiting on killing all of us.
I honestly, I'm a little shocked. I've never met a foe that like my chopper was like I was like, yeah, cut it in half, boom, you know, and then there were 2 of them. What do you even do against a foe like that? Like,
Aye, especially you smack it.
yeah, I didn't have a bottle. I think.
Aye, Caden's wise. Always keep a bottle on you. Says. It's a natural
Gabby
mistake,
nods.
though.
It makes sense. Yes. But that's why you drink it first. Because of course, if you smash the bottle, then it would be a waste.
You know.
Gabby nods. Yes, now she knows about the Canaanite religion. All that you need to know. Drink from the bottle and then use it to smash. Yes.
Crack
Okay.
little skulls, yeah.
Yeah.
So many different fun.
And then she'll also go and just to like ask about Bezabel and such for instance. Also be like, you know, you basically called it. You were told that story?
Boy, had to cut up some feathers and put them out there so you'd know that if you found Bezabel's body, you'd find mine right with it. So I knew you'd follow it, and that you'd come find us. You'd know that we'd been
That's
betrayed.
terrified.
Thanks.
You'd
Oh, crap.
know we've been betrayed.
And you
So
called
pets the
the
chicken.
whole poisoning thing too when you were telling this story?
What?
He was too drunk to remember. It's fine.
Just, you give good advice, Krupp. It's good advice. Good
Aye.
food, good advice.
Aye.
Incredible
Well,
chicken lady.
Master Gabby is too kind. He's too kind. An old man like me, just an old salt dog.
Oh, yeah, pat his hand and then like bow to Bezabel. We should use. Already planning on naming all her siege weapons Big Bez, Little Bez, Bigger Bez, Biggest Bez. Because it could both be Besmara, but it could also be Bezabel.
Makes sense.
Queen Bess.
Queen Bess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Name for the ship, maybe.
You have to get Ken's in that one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything particularly you're looking for in the ship? Because I can tell you the current loot it's carrying is actually rather meager, and it's not really loot so much. The treasury of Captain Dantari does have some things in it. There is 1 plunder worth of stuff currently on the ship, which of course is just taken by you.
Praxu is specifically looking for any documents, maps, notes, journals, books, anything of that sort.
There's plenty of there's a map of the Shackles. There's notes showing different sailing things, but you're looking for something particularly sort of like a damning or like something for the plan or something
Something relevant, yes.
relevant. Yes. Okay. There's quite a lot of stuff here, and as you look around, you find the letter that you've already been shown, but not really a lot of like there's no diary here. Doesn't seem like she's the kind of person who kept it. There is she seems to have been drinking more than you initially thought. There's a couple empty bottles under the bed, kind of thing that you discover, and then you think a few things perhaps.
Yes.
As for other things, there is a or at least it might explain something to you. Is a an old offer. Like it's like a piece of paper that someone has grabbed from somewhere. It states basically that the city of Sancor to the south has been looking for more settlers, and that with a good investment, people can make a plantation and
Wow.
settle down. They're willing to overlook any past actions.
Offering amnesty.
Yeah.
On land.
Yeah, it is very much on land, though certainly it's one of the cities that pay tribute to the Shackles. For naval protection.
Smart doesn't care about
basically.
that.
But yeah, that seems to be here. Beyond that, a lot of it seems to be not actually Varosa's stuff, but her husband's old stuff. Like it all seemed to belong to him. It doesn't seem like she ever really moved in completely. At least you get the idea that it's a temporary situation. She's made do.
Right. Makes the
Beyond that, it's a well-furnished cabin. It has the stuff that a captain would have to function.
excellent.
Without any additions needed.
I like it. I noticed there's a double bed. Yes.
Yes, like a husband and wife used to.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. If Artemis can sleep in a king size bed, that's good. That's good. Very good. No, other than that, there will be general loot of magical weapons or anything like that laying around.
It seems like Lantari brought both her cutlass and her rapier and her pistol with her.
Yes.
Whatever her husband had has probably been liquidated a long time ago.
Yeah, makes sense.
That said, I mean, the biggest loot of this whole ship is probably the ship itself, given
Yes.
that you're in control and that you've managed to capture it in this way. You can
Yes.
commandeer it, and you have crew enough to sail it, should you decide to. And that by itself is a pretty good step in the right direction.
I think what we will do then, my suggestion would be that we rest up, we post some sentries to keep an eye on the coast, and so nothing sneaks up on us. And we rest
the
up.
cannons.
Yes. If we had any, that would be lovely. But we don't. It's ballista.
No.
The previous
Ah,
ship
so
that had
the
the
ballista.
cannons.
Well, actually, don't load them. That's bad for them. But be ready to load them.
Ready to load the ballista. Very good. And then after we have been we have rested up and whatnot, perhaps we consider setting foot on Yon Island to see if we can discover that very special treasure.
So, we have the horn, right?
Well, I guess
We have 2 pieces of it.
Didn't they steal the third?
They did.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they took the real one and
They had a
left
potion
it
of
and
invisibility
also-
that they could use to lift
they
the
got
third.
all
Yeah.
of it.
so we have the
That is
horn.
We have it.
then we should.
Happy to release it off my
You
trip.
should bring that.
Yeah, then we should construct a horn.
It seems easy enough to fit together. Surprisingly so, perhaps. Clearly, it's made from 3 different types of horn as you sort of screw it together. Fitted, unnaturally sort of melded at the ends.
Hmm.
Yeah, now that we know where the treasure is, presumably here, and we have the horn, and we have the infinite wisdom and knowledge of Krupp, with all of those things, is there like maybe a recall knowledge that could be done to have an inkling of what awaits? Like, is this like a cyclopean ruin or like an evil temple? Like,
That's
what even
asked
is
Imogen.
this?
Sure, yeah. You could do a Shackles lore check if you want.
Do a Shackles law.
Knowledge about the Shackles.
Yes.
Braxu looks at it and looks at the, sort of the age of it and the melting of it. Building things out of like monstrous body parts is a very Golgan thing to do. It also seems rather old, suggesting that it is cyclopean in nature.
Should have Imogen look at it. This is the shit she loves.
Which
Red,
probably
gold,
means
gold
that
and stuff.
if it's a horn that can let you into a thing or a place or do something, it might be more to know with a Golgan lore.
Well, I do
Doctor.
not have that.
That's what she
We-
can study, right?
Yeah, the
we
doctor.
can.
She has it.
Praxa will show to Imogen then.
Okay.
She's on our crew now.
So, oh, well, this is. I've been asked about this before. Yes. So, luckily, I remember what I studied up on back then. This is a sentry horn from one of the north-lying strongholds of the Golgan. And then she begins. So, how much do you know about the Great Lizard War?
Uh,
How much do I know about the Great Lizard War?
Give me a Golgan lore.
I do not have that.
start from the
Okay.
beginning. What is a Golgan?
So, okay, well, you know the Uruxi, right?
Yes.
Yes, they used to come from sort of a greater species of people known as the serpent folk or lizard folk, depending on the era. They had a great empire that spanned much of the world, and, well, frankly, it's a whole different area of study from mine, but the Golgan did not like them. Safe to say they were mortal enemies. And their territories clashed here in the Shackles. The Golgan have many fortresses around, built from the late period, where they were pressured by invasion from these enemies. They built fortresses, often as traps. A fortress meant to be attacked, they would fight and kill as many enemies as possible. And then when the enemies got inside, well, the victory would be hollow. There would be nothing to capture except for their own misery. This is the kind of sentry horn that would allow, say, an oracle of the Golgan to enter such a space without triggering the inherent defenses.
I see.
She
And a
adjusts her
fortress like
glasses.
this sounds like an excellent place for someone to secure their treasure, perhaps.
Well, only if they had a way to go in and out without, getting killed or cursed or turned inside out. Really, the Golgan were creative in their ways of causing misery, but mostly it involves organs being put in places they're not supposed to be.
Okay.
Who knows how much of this still works?
Suppose we'll see soon enough. Thank you. That's very enlightening. And
It would have been a shame to go looking for all of it if it had no meaning. I told the old captain the same thing a long time ago. She had simply one piece of it. That one, she points to the piece. Rather telling, really.
Do you think
It's from a demon that you rarely see here, but the Golgan must have called it here only to harvest its horn. I mean, it's rather opulent. They were fascinating culture. They could tell the future by tearing a creature apart and seeing how the guts fell on the ground. How marvelous is that?
Oh, they could.
That is
I
fascinating.
understand that the Golgans still do it. In fact, I believe the hag that Captain Antari visited used some of the same magics to tell the future.
Well, obviously, Gabby nods. This is well-known shamanic stuff. Like, animal carcasses are full of knowledge.
Well, the key was to keep the victim alive while you did it.
Oh,
So they had priests and oracles just for that. It's fascinating stuff to read, chilling sometimes, often, really, most of the time, honestly. But I'm certainly glad I wasn't around back then. But the prophecies were sound, though I suppose we can attribute some of that to the Golgan sort of people's inherent divination capacity.
well,
You know,
how do you know they're sound? What they write down is just the stuff that'll come to pass, right? They haven't written down all the prophecies that didn't happen.
Oh, they wrote down a lot of stuff, but mostly about, ripping people's guts out.
Organs being in other places.
They, at some point, she says, their culture got sort of bored with their success and began just getting more and more extreme. That's when you get like the people eating their own skin and such. She says, it's hard to see the appeal, but I suppose once you reach the decadent heights of such, maybe you begin to get it.
Peel your skin off.
Yes.
Do you know what the prophecy or the prediction was that Captain Bentari got from the hag?
Well, not sort of word to word. No, I suppose not. But she was pretty clear about it when she glanced over to Belina. She said it. She told us, well, told me at least, in my room when this had been taken over, when the ship had been taken over, just recently, a few days ago. The Oracle of Motaku Island had told her that her endeavor would fail if she did it alone, which, she didn't do. You were recruited, and others were recruited. But she was also told that her undoing would be the betrayal of the mutineers. So, a mutiny, I suppose, or perhaps, mutineers. She gestures to you again. You have mutinied, but I guess so have we, technically. Well, it certainly didn't make her trust you, to begin with. Hence, maybe the reason for keeping the secret of the first piece. She points at it again on the horn. That one.
I feel like she might have been mutineered too, but
Oh, perhaps. I mean, she certainly didn't seem happy about the whole thing, and Creed did follow her around.
yes. Ugh, that guy is super creepy. I thought he was cool because he knew a lot about explosions.
Oh, a lot about explosions. It's just not really an interesting topic, honestly. A lot of things can make things blow up.
Uh-huh. Tell me more. Uh-huh.
To be honest,
Yes.
I hate prophecy and foresight and telling the future, because if what you're saying is accurate, and I have no reason to disbelieve that it is, it certainly puts a spin on this whole thing, an expectation that I got things wrong. Well, slightly. Okay, I can work with this. It's good that we have the real horn, but
You got
I
things
have
wrong?
to. Let's forget about that. I have to find Captain Key. Braxton walks away and looks for Artemis.
Okay.
Sorry, he's like that. He's very rude sometimes.
Does this bird always smell this bad?
Yes, yes, he does. Well, actually, this is a nice change.
Gonna just step over here.
Never feed him what he asks for.
I wouldn't feed him anything.
Good.
I thought she meant Praxu.
I did too. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Yeah, I totally thought she was
Because
talking about you. Oh,
Freaking Jinxie, was I right?
Oh my god! If he leaves, oh my god, you stink!
I was
Wow.
about to throw her overboard. Like, what the
Wow.
fuck?
No, there's Rockgut. While being unsupervised, he got up to some stuff.
That is completely
Still,
fair.
he's just humming and singing right now. He's having a great time being back with his friends, doing the little like
Oh,
lift one foot,
Oh.
bump a few times, lift the other one, while humming a horrible tune.
That's great.
Like,
Oh yeah, no, it's super offensive. Also, just like
It's very
if it was on
bawdy.
the radio,
just repeating
everything would be like bleeped out. Just bleep, 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 bleep.
it's kind of like if you hurt a chimera so bad all three heads began screaming at once.
Oh,
yikes.
not heard that one before.
Malachi, would Tempest have seen Genazira while rowing the boat back?
No, she's staying away from the island. She doesn't seem to like the bleached coral bit.
Yeah. But she's just like fully gone, or is she like off in the distance?
No, you'd be able to like if like she's not visible from the ship. There's trouble going on, right? But if you like swim a bit further out, you could like find her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just wanted to check in and on her and the hippocampi while I'm at it.
She'll ask us if everything's all right. You know, she saw you leave and seemed like things were fine. So, but she's gonna
Yeah.
stick around just to make sure that you're all good.
Great. We're probably going to be on this island for a little bit and then head back to where we came from. So,
Should she bring some news back?
well, if you want to head back before us, you're certainly free to. Yeah, please let them know that we've succeeded and should hopefully be there soon.
So the hippocampi need food, and since this place is too deep for the kelp to grow, they can't really stay here because there's no grazing. She needs to bring them to grazing, seas, and then she can either return or go back there. Or
Tempest looks and is like, oh, well, oh, what a shame. Would have had a fanciful thought for a moment of traveling with the ship and a fleet of hippocampi if there was places to explore together. But if you need to look after them and get them to their grazing grounds, then, good luck to you.
and to you, I'll say maybe we'll see each other again back there. I'll tell you people you're
I'm
around.
lucky. Good. Thank you. Safe journey. And then I will head back over to the boat, take the little boat back, and sploosh back on top of the deck.
Yeah, was she gonna bring the others here? I forgot what we said.
No,
You told them
she
to
only
go
has
to get a
five.
bell.
Yeah.
She could certainly, but you could also just pick him up there with the supplies.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Just so we don't forget.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is everyone. Let's go.
Exactly. Everyone that matters is here. Excellent.
Whoa! Badger isn't here.
As I said, everyone that matters is here.
Damn.
Did a kill.
I simply don't know
I'm
what you
so-
see
What
in
about
her.
Conrad Roberts? No one ever misses him.
Who?
It is just,
Fitchka,
it's rather
Red-
refreshing to
Red
not have
Tail.
Conrad around. It's always a downer.
Yes. It's much better when he's a. Oh. Alright. Well, long rest. Yes.
Actually, just want to have a short chat with Artemis here, though,
Alright. Yes.
before rest. So, things are complicated. think. Because what if Captain Antari only planned the betrayal because a hag predicted that we would betray her, so obviously the right thing to do for her would be to do it first.
I mean, that would be something a hag would predict.
It would be. And also, I believe the phrasing, if Imogen is correct on it, said something about mutineers. There is, however, multiple sets of mutineers among the crew. So, I just want to point out that I think we are going to end up doing something that Captain Antari likely anticipated. I do not believe that switching out the horn worked entirely. Maybe they even saw it coming, were counting on it, or at least have seen through it. Long story short, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but maybe there's a small chance that Captain Antari is actually not as of a backstabby captain as I predicted, because she may have been pushed towards doing this by that hag.
Yes, and by that evil alchemist guy.
Yes, I
Didn't
suspect.
they referred to him as the captain, so he might have betrayed her. She might actually be innocent.
When-
of this.
Exactly. I suspect that
And?
the people who are going to do the betrayal, who the hag actually meant, is that Creed fella, and Captain Antari simply assumed that it was us.
Well,
This is some like Minority Report bullshit, where it's like, oh yes, the betrayers will betray you, but there's multiple sets, so you misinterpret the prophecy.
but and after my grand performance and everything in the bar, shakes his head. One would think that when one bears one's soul like that, naked and pure, people would understand. Artemis shakes his head, distraught.
They likely understood that you would be easy to fool into doing this.
Artemis grumbles.
No offense.
Well,
It's not quite
Gabby
the
nods
same
and then
when-
looks to Artemis and then shakes her head. No.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What was
Artemis,
that?
no. Not. I think
If
that
I'm
guy,
guilty of
'cause
anything.
Grask saw them. Grask saw them from the cliff, and he said that guy looked super smug, and a bunch of the other people looked really unhappy, and Lantari was one of them. I mean, he's still a mutineer, but
I mean, yes, but we are too, so.
Yes. Also, Praxa will recount the whole thing about this likely being a Golgan fortress, which means it's full of traps, but theoretically the horn should give us entrance, but there is going to be a lot of traps.
I still don't know what a Golgan is precisely.
It's not a lizard folk.
Okay,
Right.
that's a lot of other things
What?
it could be.
Does not narrow it down much, I'm
All
afraid.
right, one thing off the list. Let's keep going.
I thought it was a big lizard man.
100 more.
Ooh.
Let's go.
It's a
It's
big
something
lizard?
similar to a lizard folk, but not a lizard.
Yeah, they hated each other.
Yes.
Oh,
I
They
don't think the
apparently
details
like-
of their anatomy
It's
actually.
not right for creatures that don't realize how similar they are.
well, I suppose. Well, okay, sure. If Lantari is contrite and seems honest, yes, we should listen to her, perhaps.
That doesn't mean that this is her ship anymore. But
I mean,
you
no,
know.
No,
obviously
no.
not. I mean, this is...
She wants to settle down
That
anyway.
ship has sailed.
Yes, we
Ah,
should give her
nice.
that brochure and make sure she gets there.
Ugh. What fruit do you think she wants to grow?
Watermelons.
You know what? That will
Bananas.
decide her fate, I think. Yeah, I think that should be part of it.
Yeah, it was pineapples.
Pineapples.
Pineapple?
Well.
Jesus.
Yes!
Gabby, you know what to do.
I think she's
What
a
happened? Did
vicious woman.
a pineapple kill your dad? What happened?
Yeah.
Which was
No.
It's a gross fruit.
Pineapple is my
and
dad. He
and
abandoned me
it
long
makes
ago.
it makes your mouth hurt, and that's not okay.
They are
Wait,
vicious.
Gabby, you know you have to peel it, right?
What?
Yes.
so spiny and
course.
scaly, it sucks.
Yes.
And then you come inside and it's just this threaded stuff that's like super gross and sour and acid. Oh, just, it's like
Ah.
you work so hard, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. It's full of grossness.
You tried so hard and got so far.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Of course you were.
All right,
I know what I was doing.
let's get
Yeah.
patched up and have a bit of a rest, and then let's
Yeah.
see if we can rescue poor Captain Lantari from
Not
evil
Captain.
clutches. Former
Yes.
Captain Lantari.
Try and talk to her about.
Co-captain.
All right, let's. Somebody in the crow's nest at all times. Lookouts on the ship. Rotations through the night. Check the
Papaya.
tree line. They might be spying on us too.
I'm sure they can figure this out.
Yeah.
Well, since we have access to our stash now, I'm gonna grab some of the healing potions.
Yes.
And do we
Pears.
also have a light
stash?
mace on the ship somewhere? Because that would be a finesse bludgeoning weapon that I would.
That or light
Joy.
hammer.
Light hammer, yeah, something like that.
Light hammer, yes.
Okay,
It's
I'll
one
grab
of the
one of
things
those.
that count as tools available on the ship. Beyond that, I will add 2 more lesser elixirs of life, because there are 2 more on the ship.
Amazing.
In the common crew quarters that someone has stashed away. Probably one of the people who died.
Yeah, I am assuming that Mr. Alchemist might have more oozes.
Seems like we went through.
Yes.
Hammer?
Well, those were the ones he gave to her, right?
Right.
Can only hope he spent some of them on that stupid island.
Yeah.
Well, a light hammer's not finesse.
It isn't? Oh, it was.
No, it's agile thrown.
Oh, it's agile.
Ugh.
There's a distinct lack of finesse bludgeoning weapons.
Yeah, the sap also works. That's what I had on. What I had on Dancer.
Surely. Or make one.
I have a sap. I don't think.
No. Pretty
No,
sure.
I don't think a sap counts.
Maybe I just used it out of desperation then, because I remember having a sap.
Actually, I can't sneak attack with an agile weapon, but I still would use strength to attack with it, so I would never hit anything. Same with the sap.
Malachi, is there an extra ore on this boat?
Yes.
Great.
You can have an ore.
Thank you. I need a bludgeoning weapon.
It's an improvised
That'll
weapon.
do, right? Oh. well.
You
I
take the
did
light
look
hammer.
up different weapons, and there's literally one that's like a combat ore. It's like, that is the stupid.
Well, it's not a combat
shit.
ore. It's just a noble ore.
Yeah. Oh no, that one has metal plating on. You know. Yeah, light hammer, I guess. Ugh, light hammer?
Yeah.
Is there not like a real hammer?
A heavy hammer?
Yes,
It's like a one for nails and stuff.
Or if this happens, you guys could focus on the alchemist, and I could focus on the uses. They seem to be pretty
Oh.
vulnerable to my water attack.
Yes, now I know. Ugh.
Speaking of water, yeah, everyone just heal up. Every 10 minutes you get splashed.
Gabby shakes her head. I've never met a problem I couldn't solve with my horse chopper, you know? It's just...
Yeah, it's a rough, hard day.
Well, I guess there was that ghost dragon once, but, other than that...
Oh, don't remind me of that.
Wait a minute. Manakai, can I acquire a sling?
Yeah. That's fine.
A sling does bludgeoning. Yes.
so
Nice.
I
basically,
slap people with
uh,
it.
a piece of leather...
It has to be fashion and such, but it's not beyond.
Your abilities.
I would tell you that Gabby has a bunch of stuff you could use as ammunition, but she doesn't because there's been a distinct lack of beaches with rocks on them. I've asked every time. It's just all
Speaking
sandy
of beaches, the beach has a lot of things like this on it. And Tempest takes out the singed coin. I found this one in the water when I was on my way to get to the boat, and then I saw a bunch more glittering in the sand.
Oh, well, let me take a look. Praxis
Some
takes a
little
look.
open palm
It's an
in front of
old
Praxis.
Taldane silver coin.
Yeah, but why is it like burned and scorched? Why is it weird?
Here.
Yeah, probably at some point it was involved in close quarters to a firefight or something.
I wonder what
Certainly
else
wouldn't have
could be
happened
inside.
where it was laying, though.
Who just scatters money on the beach after it was burnt?
And why?
We should maybe keep that in mind, but it doesn't quite make sense to me right now.
That was my thought. I wanted to share it with you, especially you, Praxis. Get that brain going.
Can I also scavenge some sling bullets for my sling, or is that
Yeah, you can
not
harvest some.
available?
Or you could take time on the beach to collect rocks.
All right,
Yeah.
I will
You have
do that.
10
Easiest weapon to reload
sling
ever.
bullets in the stash.
That's true.
Oh, we do?
Or 10.
I'll grab those.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go.
Okay, but then I'm ready to go.
Leap.
All right.
Taking a long rest.
Sorry. Get my stuff back. I assume we don't need like cold iron now, or I mean, I cannot never predict, but
Unclear what we will face. I'm still worried about the mention of the maddening silence. Like, if you have a way to plug your ears, that might be handy to have, potentially.
It might be the opposite. We might need a way of blasting sound in our ears.
Boy, do we.
Well, we got Artemis for that.
Screams.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be polite. Advocate.
Rotgut as in sort of an atonal off-tempo compliment, yes.
Or this thing from Maddening Silence.
Rutgut is helping us. I want the mouth side. Whoever has to be blasted with the farts to not be able to listen. Not it.
There's unpleasantness coming out of both ends.
You're just like, oh my god, kill me. I would rather hear the other stuff.
It's fine, just don't stand downwind, you know?
The reason
All
we
right.
have Artemis and Grask not lead often, because so the rest of us can move ahead and not get the fart.
When we wake up, we'll go to whoever's in the crow's nest and be like, report.
Belina, the navigator. Well, no signs of anything. I would expect someone to come back. I hope particularly Hinson does. He surely wouldn't have gone along with something like this.
Is that this
Very good.
Stormy flute guy?
Yes, Mr. Heartbreak, as they call him.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you're eager for him to come back.
Well, yes, he may promise things to people and then sail off in the night, but he wouldn't betray someone like this.
Gabby
He just doesn't
snorts.
have it in him.
He,
Do we have anything like a
Yes, I'm
signal
sure
flare?
all those people thought that too.
I have played music together with him. I feel I know the man somewhat.
You know, he's a good man. Probably the best of us, honestly.
Gabby looks
Mm-hmm.
Gabby
And-
looks to Praxo and shakes her head. Oh my god, are
Honestly,
you
she
listening
says
to
to you,
this?
I feel like I owe him. He's been such a support, and if you find him out there, if you can save him, if you can help him, then I'd be willing to take whatever blame for whatever you think he's done. It's the least I could do.
Cute.
Well, we don't exactly practice scapegoating. I much prefer to punish the actual evildoers, but
Well, he wouldn't be one. That's
Incy,
how I'm so confident.
Hensey, I am sure, is a man of good character and a good heart. We will do our best.
You're nuts.
Won't we, True?
A man can't break that many hearts without winning them first. Just keep that in mind.
Ah, yes.
It's just that he can't be tied down.
Narvis nods. Fully understands.
He's a bachelor.
Yeah,
Was she a, like,
wild
an
and free
immortal
like the
elf and
wind.
Also a 13-year-old girl.
Gibby just looks unbelievably at that, and then she leans into Grask and says, like, I don't know if she should be a navigator.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
think
serious
she can
though.
navigate a lot of stuff.
It's not like I'm in love with him or anything. It's just
No, of course not. No, that would be foolish
just
to
that-
suggest.
he's a
No,
good
I don't like
friend
him.
and has been for a long time, and he's
Oof.
got a truly good and honest heart, and he's probably the most noble pirate I've ever met.
Hmm.
So,
So far. Until
well,
now.
Yes.
present company
Well-
included, I would say.
Well.
But, you've met him too.
I
You
have.
can't deny it.
I know. He's
So I just can't
annoying.
imagine he's done something like a betrayal, willingly.
It's a very compelling argument, to be sure. Let's get to this island. Boarding action my way onto
you
the...
look at it from up here and see it's a small jungle island. Not as big as the last one, certainly. It's sort of like a peak in the middle, a little bit of a rocky hill. Not even really big enough to count as a mountain. There's no signs of civilization except for the boat that's there, and just a thin beach of yellow sand with the sort of trees growing quite far out towards the edge. On the other side, opposite side of the island, is sort of where the hill goes, and it's almost like the island at some point has like been bigger and then ripped in half, because the other side is like cliffs, pretty much, giving the island sort of a slanted look, almost like it's tipped on its side, where you would always be going upwards from one direction, and then the other direction is just a sheer cliff down, almost. On this side, under the water, there's the sort of bleached corals. On the other side, presumably, there's quickly deeper.
Yeah, Tempest will pay attention or point that out as they guide the group to where the other boat had been stashed. I don't know what's up with the coral. Pretty, but
It'd be like
You
an
go
ocean
The sun sort of
lore
glitters
check.
from below, giving the island its name, Bright Glass Isle, because from the distance it looks like a piece of bright glass.
It's pretty.
yeah.
Maybe we can scoop some up and have it in an aquarium or something.
No, apparently it loses the shimmer as soon as you see some that were kind of cracked off from the current passing by or something. Fading.
Maybe an ocean's lore check be appropriate to figure out what happened to
Yeah,
the
you could do
corals.
that. Yeah.
Okay, there's something strange
Climate
afoot.
change.
Praxu once, back on Motaku Island, saw something like this in a dive. Delivering something, perhaps to someone who was on a ship, a large part of a coral reef had been entirely bleached and whitened into this beautiful pearlescent color. On his way back, though, he noticed something. A large sort of a creature creeping over the corals, sucking all life from them. These corals have been periodically eaten, so that nothing can live here by something that, well, just swallows all of it. And looking at the amount of it, it's a lot. There's a lot here that could have been beautiful if there was anything
Just
alive
like
down here.
swallowed all the plankton or whatever and left a smooth surface.
Yeah,
Damn.
I knew I'd seen this before.
inhaled all life in the area.
We should be careful. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but yeah. Surely it won't bother us on our boat.
exactly sure. Yeah, maybe you are actually more sure than. Pretty certain that it's something aberrant in nature. Kind of thing that would be rare to see this high up in the seas. Certainly, usually these creatures live deep below.
I mean, surely if we just take two of the little side boats with none of us swimming in the water,
Oh.
maybe we can escape
Gabby is
its
already
attention.
in the water transforming. Oh,
Uh,
yes.
well, I'm
To
just making
climb
an
up
educated guess, really, as I've learned Tempest has already taken a swim around, apparently,
It's
which
fine. Tempest is
could
already in the
have.
water.
Okay, I mean,
No,
let's just go. See what happens.
Yeah, if we just take the hat boat and nothing else, then we still deny them a way to get back to the Magpie Princess.
Yes.
Sure.
Alright, hat boat,
Swim,
go!
swim, swim.
Gabby jumps into the water again and transforms.
Does
You
Gabby
begin.
transform like while in the air?
Or is it a magical girl transformation a la Sailor Moon?
No. She actually has trouble transforming on land, so her technique
Aw.
is to be in the water when she transforms, because then she just has to do what her body wants to do. She hasn't really still embarrassing, but she hasn't actually found out how to do it on land yet. It's
Oh,
yeah. So it's why when
Go
she's
in
in a
the air.
boat and I have to transform, I have to use my speed to go in the water first.
oh.
It's it's complicated.
Natural.
Hashtag just where shark things,
Landing on the beautiful sort of white beach. You can look into the dense jungle ahead. It's quite clear that people don't really come here. Though also that someone has done a little bit of violence upon the trees. But yeah. What's your
Nice of them
move
to-
once you get in land?
See if there is a trail or something that leads us to this fortress of doom.
If there's a whole bunch of traps, then they'll have sprung them for us.
Sounds like tracking is what you're looking for.
You can do that.
So we'll assist, or attempt to, anyways.
Yes.
I'm gonna switch my exploration to track and look for the alchemist's footprints.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Can I assist on exploration actions?
Well, really any
I assume
humanoid
so.
footprints, but
I don't know. I'm just gonna click track. Actually, I don't see it. Where is it? I'll just roll survival. I don't see the. Okay.
Oh, that's great. That's
hey,
plus 2 for you.
Nice.
All right. Yes, you absolutely can find the trail. It's not even difficult for you, and you waste no time and go to no sort of wrong turns, basically. As you can follow it pretty straight around. It meanders quite a bit. In fact, sometimes you can sort of go one way and then see that the steps go forth one direction and then return. Clearly, the people who you're following were not as good at actually managing their way through this place as you are. You probably make it there quite a lot faster than they would have. Had it not been so long ago, you might even have caught up. The island also isn't that big.
cautious. We'll try to approach reasonably fast. Try and make some gains on them.
I don't think we need to be very fast, actually. The more likely they have likely succumbed to whatever is in there. Or the
I
more
feel
time
like they have
we
a
give
good
them,
chance.
the more traps they will spring for us.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
no, I
gonna
agree. I just want to
trick
see it.
some
I want to
horrible
understand them.
curse.
Can you imagine having so much resources as a society that you build entire fake fortress dungeons to lure people in? It
Pretty
is.
something.
It is. I mean, it's a genius in a way. I just it must be prohibitively expensive.
So I think my internet did a hiccup. Everyone should probably do like a refresh because I'm
Oh.
only seeing sheep connected now. So
Yep.
What?
Refreshing.
I just saw a loading bar. Should I refresh as well?
no, you should be fine, but the others
No,
should.
no. Yeah, now everyone disconnected and reconnected.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, but
refresh.
that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everyone else is here again. Good. Yes, you make your way through the jungles until you get to something that looks a bit different, a clearing, natural even, where the plants sort of don't grow so much. The air is moist, and you can hear the buzzing of sort of mosquitoes swimming around, suggesting that there is at least some sort of small critters living here, maybe armadillos or something like that. This island. Ahead of you, you see something different than just jungle, and that is an obelisk that is sort of broken, but still most of it is standing upright. Pieces of the top are sort of shattered. Maybe at some point lightning struck it or something. It's a dull gray color, but it certainly is here. It appears about 20 foot tall, and even from a distance, you can see the sort of deep runes that have been carved into it. You can also hear a waterfall nearby. That seems to be of somewhat fresh water, actually. Even on an island this small, the waterfall is somewhat strange. Suggests some sort of connection to the elemental planes, or like the previous island. This island chain is, blessed by
Are the elementals?
Gosray and elementals, yeah. But you certainly haven't seen any here, or any lizard folk or something. The island seems small enough that it would be hard to sustain a tribe on it. Still, water is perhaps a pleasant thing to come and have a drink.
Tempest is very naturally drawn to this, but also is like, ooh, how much do you want to bet there's maybe a secret second entrance in there?
Oh well.
Behind the waterfall, maybe.
Well.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
If
I
I was
would like
planning
to-
somewhere.
These people.
You need a back door if you're gonna use it as a trap, right? That's perfect.
I would like to check out those
Said that for
runes
years.
first before we go assuming things. At least that's, writing.
I'm not assuming, just speculating.
It is a good speculation, I agree. But maybe the runes just say, hey, use the secret entrance over there, then we could go there.
Yeah, let's check it out. Runes first, then water.
Sure. You can walk closer to the ruins. I'll stop you if that's something you're not supposed to.
Just from everything we've heard of these people, I think it's safe to assume that everything here is bad until proven otherwise.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Seems reasonable.
Don't go too far. We haven't found the place where we need to blow the horn yet. Don't step on anything.
Yep. All right. That was an
Jump
accident.
onto
No, Tempest isn't there.
You
Yeah, thank
leap onto the monolith.
Yeah.
No,
Use
you
my
look
grappling
upon
hook
it.
around its neck.
The runes are big and certainly carved by a big hand. And does anyone speak Golgan? Read Golgan?
Is there a language?
should
I'm
ask.
pretty sure no. Then
It is the Cyclopean language.
Ah,
No, I
I
don't.
believe
Well-
both Artemis and I and Braxu do speak Cyclops.
yes, I actually do speak
Wow.
Cyclops.
How convenient.
For some
How did we
reason,
not
I
have an
do.
academic person with us. That
Don't
would've-
know what they are, but
It's not what it was called when my granddad told me about them. He had
I bet it wasn't.
no, he had other names you can't say these days for these people.
He taught you the horror alphabet.
Yes.
Every letter is a type of torture.
Then I
as well.
don't have anything against the Cyclopeans, but
But they're not like us, you know? You know how they are. Fond of torture and misery.
Yeah, they love it. They can't get enough. All right. Well, you can give me a perception check to read the runes then, if you have the language of Cyclopean.
Very well.
The Golgan lore could also let you do it, but yeah. You look up upon the runes and you can read it. In fact, both of you can read the first part. It says in proud letters, proud runes, the gates of Goral Ray. Lighthouse, temple, and fortress. Looking below at a more weathered bit, which only Artemis manages to sort of suss out with a quick look, it says, "From this gate the eyes of Golgan march to victory. We accept no other destiny. It is only the song of victory we go forth, and it is to the sound of victory we return."
Well, this sounds like a place to blow the horn then, doesn't it?
Yeah, might reveal the exact back door that Tempest is suspecting behind the waterfall.
Now, as the most musically gifted, Artemis
I
grabs the
will, of
horn.
course, blow the horn. I mean, oh, you, okay.
Nothing against you, of course, Praxi, but you don't have lips.
that's right. He can do it without the horn.
Yeah, he can imitate. Is that what you're saying?
Grab it and you put it all the way back in the throat, and then you blow.
Yeah. Jam it in there. Praxi took a
Jam it
feat
up
to
far
have no
enough,
gag
Rodgut
reflex.
Rodgut can do it too.
Jesus.
No gag reflex feat, yeah.
It's a good feat.
It's a good feat.
Yeah. It's a bit niche.
Some
but when it
people,
comes
though,
up-
say it lets you just
Wow.
do something better that you could do anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I blow the damn horn out of it.
Show us how you do it.
All right.
That's what he said.
Wetting his lips, Artemis blows the horn.
Okay, what does he blow out? He pushes air through, and it lets like a horrible screaming sound, like.
Oh, good. All right, this will take a little bit to get used to, but hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a long sort of moaning scream with it, like sort of the essence of nails on a chalkboard.
Excellent. It's probably what got heard.
No, I hadn't actually considered the possibility that we need to play an actual musical piece using the horn. It was just-
Rodguts was more refined. It was several tunes long, and sort of,
No, not.
It's Zelda dungeon that has a bunch of notes scrawled on the wall.
Not to worry, Praxton, not to worry. It'll just take me a little bit to get used to, as Artemis looks over to see if there's like an ocarina, you know, you can put like fingers over like holes to produce different tunes and whatnot.
yeah.
can,
It
like,
seems you
twist
can
it.
twist and turn the three pieces
Ah,
to produce different tunes.
excellent.
I
Then
know music.
then he will like calibrate a little
Kaleidoscope,
bit.
but for sound.
You like click them a little bit and like Like, listen to the
What
sound. of the
Child
water.
screaming.
What sort of
Chimera
tunes is he trying
screaming.
to produce?
Well, what was the text again?
There's the Song of Victory.
The Song of Victory, then the triumphant.
Screaming.
Right? he toots the horn, and it sounds well. I suppose like soccer fans frothing at the mouth because they've just won.
Sure,
really.
sure. The very end of the
None
U.S.
of the sounds
national
are pleasant.
anthem in an
None of the
arena.
sounds are pleasant. It's made from cut together demon horns. Like it's a bad sound.
Home
But
of
certainly
the
is loud and
brave.
insistent.
Okay. I mean,
But
victory is
yeah,
insistent.
you do it. You toot your triumphant ability.
Yep. And then he looks expectantly at the gate.
What gate?
The weird gate that I assumed was denoted by this pillar.
It does say that there is a gate, but there's none visible.
Oh, what's this blue shimmery thing?
That's a waterfall
Oh,
of nice fresh water.
well, I am noticing that this part of the cliff is a bit angular. Perhaps there's something behind the waterfall.
Or maybe.
All right. First mate and
Already sticky man. Right?
yeah.
Magic hook it up there.
You stick your head through it, the water. Okay.
I'll put my hand in there first just to gauge the pressure. But then, yeah, assuming that's okay to do. Maybe there's a little gap somewhere.
That is a horrible instrument.
Thank you. Well, it is made out of
You
demon
stick your
horn.
head through, and you see something different. Cracked landing of stones laid out hidden behind the waterfall. The place that no one would think to look.
Nope.
So yeah, nobody.
It was very
ever-
original back then.
Yeah, no.
When they built this place.
In the year minus 1002.
Until they kept doing it. But there is a pair of great stone doors covered in vines and other plants that have grown over much of it, helping the waterfall. So it's clearly a nice place for them to grow, given the water that keeps pouring down and the nice surface for vines to sort of latch onto. It's made sort of a bit of a ceiling that's kept the water from eroding down through it, as it sort of runs over the leaves and such.
No.
The
Maybe
doors are
we are
set quite far
overthinking this.
into the cliff face and also have ruins and depictions of powerful one-eyed warriors and rogue spellcasters doing horrible, torturous things to serpent folk. Each side of the alcove also has a 10-foot tall, chiseled figure with a single glowering eye standing vigil. You feel observed as you're sort of looking through. It's quite clear also that someone has recently, or at least within a couple of days, cut down and slashed a bunch of the vines that were growing over the doors to like clear them. But there's no visible way of opening them or sort of,
Well, that's
perhaps just pushing though might work. They seem to open inwards.
Oh, well, all right. All right.
I'll come back out and has a happy smile on her face as Tempest looks back at everybody. I feel watched. It's kind of eerie, but probably by something in the temple rather than mutineers.
Yeah, temple may
careful.
mean lingering magic, restless spirits.
All
I
kinds
know
of-
that some sort of aberrant creature lingers out near the waters. A lot of things that are hard to predict.
Well,
Definitely the right
Well,
place,
I like-
though.
let's
Runes to read on these.
yeah, let's
structures?
Yes,
let's carefully
they
approach.
seem to be phonetic runes, quite hard to read, and it seems that they are basically, in comic style when there's a little word bubble above someone and they're saying something, but they come from the three serpent folk being horribly ripped apart and tortured.
Oh.
as to sort of define what they sound like, so to save the sound forever, so that you could say mimic it. Sort of try to hit the sound of a tortured serpent folk. One is its guts ripped out, spread on the ground by like a shaman. Another one is having its skin peeled back from the ribs to sort of turn it inside out, and the third one is just being sort of shredded, basically.
Of course, the sound of
Cut
victory,
by a
the
bunch of knives and such that
dying
slice
screams
it.
of the enemies.
Is it possible that when this, like the maddening silence is referring to like an absence of this? So it's like you must continue this. Like beware the maddening silence. Beware,
Could be.
stop doing the thing.
Could be.
Wait, so it was someone with the guts ripped out, then someone who had their skin peeled off, and then what?
The last guy's being shredded by a bunch of flying knives and hooks.
Okay.
Or flying or thrown, or who knows. It's just depicted there. Elegantly done, too. Though none of you would know it, Imogen would later tell you that they actually made the captives do the artwork, and then they did it to them.
Poetic.
Wild.
Artemis,
They
do
were
you feel
very careful to make it really good, because the longer it took to actually carve it, the longer they got to live. Ask Rask, are you standing back by the pillar still?
Oh, I was spaced out and keep up with people.
As you're coming closer, though, you have enough to see that there is a couple of mud patches on the other side here that look like people-sized, like someone was thrown several meters back from the door, forcefully smashed into the mud at some point.
See.
Right. So the doors resist opening, which makes sense. Now then, yeah, let's carefully see what we can read here.
You all feel observed as you step through the waterfall. Though the big statues just have their singular eyeball, like looking straight. Obviously, it's not turning to face you or anything. That'd be crazy.
Yes.
That would be.
More of like a Mona Lisa thing.
Gabby, would you like to switch places? No
Sure.
particular reason. All right.
Yes.
Artemis, I think if you play what these phenotypes are trying to sound like,
Artemis
That might do it.
carefully studies the phonetic sound. And then trying to adjust the strange horn to produce those sounds. He will try in turn to play all three in the order that they are depicted. Assuming you go from left to right, because
The Golgan were not known to be weebs, so.
aha,
But yes, you can do a performance check. Do it hidden though.
yes.
Everybody display your Gosray symbols.
Yes.
Can't hurt.
Clearly.
Almost like the waterfall's trying to bury this place.
Yes. Yes. Let's see here. Public.
I left mine on the island with our crew.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think I tossed mine on the beach too for our crew.
Okay,
Oops.
he plays it. It sounds like horrifying. As you look at the images, it's almost like the sound is coming from them, right? It's like you hear this discordant, like who knows what a serpent sounds like when it has that done to it, but it might be quite like this,
No.
That said, nothing particularly happens.
But that. What was the text again on the obelisk over there? Was it that the gates were flung open at the sound of victory, or anything like that?
We accept no other destiny. It is only the song of victory we go forth,
Right.
and it is the sound of victory we return.
Right. Well, no reaction. I'm afraid there's only one way to check. Looks at Gabby.
I don't
All of
want
them
to
or just
use
one
my
of the three?
head.
Did he play one or all three?
All three. Well, he tried to play all three at least.
I mean, I guess we just... Gabby tries to push open the door?
Is it a push door? That's the real question.
It is a push
It
door.
appears to
Do
be.
you have to pull?
They're big and heavy, certainly.
Okay. I
Okay.
try to push it open.
Athletics check to force open the door. It's big and heavy. It seems to be slightly at incline, so it'll naturally close. Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Gabby begins to push, and they begin to give way, and then it gets very quiet.
The maddening silence.
Play.
Play the horn again.
Oh,
Tempest, there's still someone in the waterfall. As you targeted by this have to be doing a will save.
Okay.
Oof! Oh no.
oh. I'd re-roll that, I suppose.
Nice.
Oh, you're at.
Oh, good.
Wait.
Oh, no.
boy.
no.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Oh, no.
Well,
That's the life then.
yeah.
Okay, well I'll take it from top since we have basically every result possible. Grask,
Yes.
you take half damage.
On a crit?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Uh-oh.
All right, but you're not deafened. You can still hear stuff. Praxu, you take half damage and you're deafened. You can no longer hear anything. Not too bad though, because you're just normally deafened. Gabby, however, you take the full damage. You can't hear anything, except that screaming keeps going, and it gets worse. And it maybe sounds like goblins screaming, or like you're screaming, or other people screaming. At least for now. In sort of a way where you don't really want anything other than to make it stop. And Artemis, you take double damage.
Oh, good.
You are deafened and frightened like Gabby. However, for you, it's also stunning as you
Ugh.
clutch your head and can basically not do anything, right? It is debilitating mental sound overload, just a blast of incredible screaming that won't stop. And it's that sort of there feels like a need to beg it to stop. Like, just if anything in the world could make it stop, that would just be it, right? So I suppose how do each of you react to this, right? Mental pain and then just there's no visible act here.
I mean, in Grass's case, he kind of just winces and shrugs it off, and then looks to see everyone else kind of get it much worse off than him.
Artemis buckling, falling to his knees, clutching his ears. You can see blood like gushing out of his eardrums. Yeah, he's not doing great.
Certainly would like to help if there's a time for that.
Do the
Tempest is
doors
like having
open?
a shower in the waterfall, doesn't even notice.
Well, does Gabby keep pushing?
Oh, well, depends on what Gabby wants. Gabby's deafened, so.
It hurts to push them, at least.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, Gabby, let's go. The doors slide back closed.
Does the
Well,
sound
let's
stop?
go. Like, so.
Well, the screaming continues in your ears, but to Tempest, there was no sound really. It was just the doors began
Yeah,
opening, and then everyone
I
acts
think he
weird.
would let go because she is like holding her ears, like trying to block them, like fold them in on themselves.
Tempest is going to swoop out of the waterfall and
Oh, God.
go over here,
Oh.
pick up the horn as Artemis is buckled over, and just channel all wind power through it as much as possible, and try to just make a loud ass sound out of this horn to try to counter that, or try to drown out the screaming.
You blow a bunch of wind through it. It sounds terrible, but no one else
Yep.
can really hear it. Well, Grask and you can hear it.
Yeah, I would like to.
Stumble
well, if he's
out
gonna,
here.
If people are doing stuff, I would like to do something because I didn't know
Yeah.
if we were pausing or not. So I'm going to cast a spell on Artemis because we have heard about stuff about this before we came in. Not exactly this, but figured I would take a spell. I'm going to attempt to counteract his deafened with a sound body spell. 3rd rank. I assume it's a magical effect that's affecting him. I would like to counteract it, if possible.
It is a magical effect, yes. And I don't see why you wouldn't be able to counteract it. So I believe you make a counteract check against the saving throw, yeah?
The DC, whatever the effect or spell is, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I will attempt.
Yes, you manage to banish the deafen, and as soon as it's gone, really, the stun and the frightened is gone as well. Suddenly, there's just normal sound. It's nice.
Artemis clutches Grask.
Just for a moment, though, for a scary little moment, it's like for just a second before the magic really takes place, it removes the sound of the screaming, and then there's just an infinite silence that makes him long for screaming to return. Like he would do anything to make that screaming return. Like he would have to find someone to hurt really bad to make that screaming return. But then of course the magic works, and it's just like a fleeting moment, right?
He grasps arm in a vice-like grip, panting as blood is still trickling out of his ears. It's like, yeah. Then he just sits down, not saying anything.
Take a look at him. He's doing fine. Gabby. I looked at
Praxu actually got.
Praxu. What's Praxu doing?
Well, Praxu, not entirely unexpected, is deafened, but otherwise reasonably fine. He would like to use this moment to concentrate and try to figure out whether he can make any sense of what's happening and what this situation expects of us. Like, is there any, runes that lit up or like signs what's going on, really?
Would there be a skill check for this? No, I'm just gonna say Praxo is the kind of character. I don't know what I would make you roll, like dungeoneering, I guess. Doesn't really exist anymore. So just gonna give it to you anyway, and say that you sort of look at it. You believe that the tones might have been off, the music might have been wrong. This seems to be the effect of what's supposed to happen to people who don't know how to play the right music.
Right. And with that
Can't have been
revelation, he's
far
gonna
off, but
get a bit of distance until his ears clear.
yeah, your ears will clear after a minute, and as will Gabby's. But Gabby, as your ears clear, give me another will save.
Well, if you're going to take a minute, I would attempt to also dispel it from Gabby if Gabby looks
Sure.
worse affected. However, I don't have the same spell, but I do have dispel magic, so I don't know if that also can work.
It works. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a lower rank,
It's
so
a magic trap.
we'll see if I roll well enough. But let's find out. Oh, well, that's a crit.
Yes. You can remove it before anything bad happens to Gabby. Gabby does not have to do a repeated save.
Oi.
Gabby will be dragged through the waterfall
Yeah.
out here.
After the minute, you're fine.
All right. What was wrong? Exactly.
I believe the idea was pun intended, was sound, but the sounds were not quite correct.
I would suggest one of us do it, because I cannot do that again.
Yeah, good call.
Yes. I do suspect it needs one person to blow the horn, though, and another to push the door.
Then I will go to the door. I have a good chance of not being affected, as I was already.
Artemis here, take 17 heals. Grask 13.
Nice.
Deb is just reaching out through the waterfall and it's like barely moving the waterfall. Praxu and Gabby.
You. All right. Suppose we try again. This time, better prepared and more confident. I guess.
Yeah.
Always try
Close
and
to the
dash
door.
through as a bolt of lightning if there's a gap open.
And wait on Artemis's go. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can give Artemis a guidance, right? It's not like it's gonna be more than. So when he's ready to go, I'm gonna give him this. No, don't take that. You've already hit.
Oh, I thought it was from Tempest.
Yeah, I already gave it to you because you walked away.
Second.
So guided.
Right, he plays again. Sounds even more horribly screaming now. Maybe after having felt the effect of it, there's a will to make it happen more. Maybe just the screaming he just heard was actually close to what he needed. But yeah, there's no other particular effect from the doors. They just sort of stand there. Is Grass going to push the doors?
Muted.
I don't know. Are we going for closer to the sound, or are we going for something else?
Normally, I'd say that sounds like you failed, but in this case, it might have succeeded.
I'd go off Artemis's go ahead. If he nods at me, I'll open the door.
I mean, Artemis is just.
Push.
It's just. Yeah.
All right, I'm pushing then.
He looks pale.
Isn't that what music should be?
No.
All right, give me an athletic check, Grask.
No,
Sure.
this is not music. This is abomination.
Yes, you push, and you begin to open the doors, and now nothing horrible happens. It just seems like opening old doors.
Amazing.
Laughably easy, you know. You open them into a long, cracked hallway.
Gabby calls in, and then she realizes if it didn't work, they can't hear her anyway.
Can you hear me? That's a good one. Check.
Hello?
Yes.
Are you deaf?
No.
Great. Oh my
Like
god.
the idea that while Gabby was deaf, she would be saying yes, no, maybe, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just in case, people were asking her stuff.
She was screaming together with the voices, you know.
It does occur
Uh,
to me that it is unlikely that Captain Antari's small group actually managed to enter.
You glance into the grand entry hall of Galway.
I'm still tracking them, by the way, because I'd like to know the answer to that.
Well, it does seem like they cleared off the place at least. The door
Yeah.
was opened at some point. But
Must just brute forced it.
the carved stone ceiling here is 20 feet high, and Cyclopean marble statues stand on the left side of the hall. Another side lies in complete ruin and rubble, shattered and smashed apart at some point. Just past it is a very dark hallway. Down at the bottom, you can sort of with your dark vision glimpse more statues standing. Their single eyes peering towards the center of the hallway. The walls here also bear carvings and ruins, sort of ruined writing and the like, though a lot of them seem to have been scorched by fire for a time, and sort of some of the stone is like cracked. Many of the paintings that are here, though, appear to be glorious ritual sacrifices of lines and lines of serpent folk upon a bloody altar where there's been ripped apart and entrails gutted out and spread, and Golgan is like holding up a handful of squished together beating hearts and stuff like that, Classic. So Golgan is like devouring another Golgan whole. 1,000 hands are like clawing their way out of a death pit and stuff like that. Celebrating their horrible sort of genocidal war.
I mean, they know what they like.
Hard to believe
This
that
would
these
appear to be
people were
the path of
highly
victory,
successful.
right?
Hard to believe that these people were like a highly successful civilization. I mean, look at this.
Well, I don't think they started like this necessarily. This is more the decadence they fell into once all earthly pleasures had been sampled, I imagine.
It's like you start with one heart, and then suddenly you need like 10.
Well, you said there are traps, so I'd rather you lead than I do.
Yeah, there are likely to be traps, although we came in through the proper way at least. I will need light, however. My eyes are not
You can have
Yeah.
it.
good as yours. Although, you do raise a good point. Like, maybe these creatures were just fine. There was an influence that turned all the aquatic creatures to terrible violence and evil
I
recently,
was
as we are
just
well
thinking
aware.
that. Is this a precursor to the call to spill blood? Maybe.
Potentially.
Oh.
Well, suffice to say, I look for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Sure.
You look around, and I mean, you see smashed statue, you see scorched hallway, you see old paintings of horrible, gruesome death, and this path of victory. What you don't see is any obvious traps.
You know, the worst thing about not seeing any obvious traps is all the traps that aren't obvious. What's the statue? I'm gonna look at the statue.
Okay, it appears to be a tall, sort of a roped statue of a cyclops, standing with its hands ominously folded in a sleeve. What seems to be like entrails dripping down from inside the sleeves, as if it sort of grabbed a handful and just sort of squished them together in there. Its eyes sort of staring at the one in the opposite end of it, gleaming slightly in the light.
Statues are unnerving. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yes.
just keep moving then, I suppose.
As you're beginning to move in here, the doors begin sort of to, as long as no one's holding them open, they'll begin to glide closed.
Oh.
Artemis,
Do
get
you
in.
want them to close?
I don't think we have any
always-
option.
Just put
You
something.
could always try
Try and
propping
stuff
it open. Yeah.
Well, we didn't.
Well,
was
we're in it now.
And as you look back at them, you realize that they open inward.
Oh. Great.
Meaning it's quite a lot harder to actually open them from the inside. There's no handles or anything.
Cool.
Oh, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
So continue to walk down the creepy hall. You see more like the horrible, torturous art on both sides. These are tall hallways, right? These massively big, made for large creatures to walk around in. But even so, their art is big and sort of lifelike, right? It's almost like they ripple as you walk past them. You can only imagine the things that inspired them.
All statues that would totally not come alive and
Is there any like spilling blood into water or like any
No, they're very particular. They don't really care about the blood, more the guts.
of the guts?
Yes. A lot of ripping out things and putting things where they're supposed to be, and
I guess
and,
I would
sort
spill a lot of blood.
of, like
medically.
gluttonously devouring things. It seems like they've gotten sort of an unending hunger to just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, whatever and anything and anyone, like devouring their own children and stuff like that. This seems to be something they're proud of. Again, I'll say that Zeus eating Cronus eating his children or whatever, painting, right? It's very much what they're looking like, unnerving, like a mouth agape, serpent-like, as they just rip things down. using their powers of reading entrails. As some of you may know, this is the age of lost omens, and in this age, omens and sort of telling the future is highly volatile and difficult to do. But in the past of the Golgan Empire, it was not so. They could just tell the future with pretty much guaranteed success, which led them to have a pretty good chance of getting things right because, they knew what was going to happen. So, pretty terrible enemy to fight. Nowadays, though, it's not really that part. Looking ahead, you see Praxu here at the edge of your vision, a toppled monolith, an obelisk, sort of lying shattered on the ground. It seems to have been smashed into big pieces of rubble. It looks very much like it used to be the kind of thing like that was standing outside by the waterfall with a bunch of inscriptions on it and such that would be quite readable from here if it hadn't been smashed to pieces. Beyond that, there's a creature lying broken below it that you sort of can see at the edge of your vision there. Looking at it, you see a quite monstrous sight. It's withered and broken and sort of burnt in places, sliced up. Very much its meat looks like jerky, but it's quite clearly sort of a mummified cyclopean corpse. It seems to have at one time been animate and walked around, probably doing whatever bad things such a massive undead monstrosity would do. Now, though, it's toppled, the pillar sort of pulled down and smashed on top of it. As it's dead ahead. Beyond that...
Is it...
Yes?
Is it, like, dead, or is it just stuck under a monolith dead?
It appears thoroughly dead.
Okay.
As you're here, however, between the two sets of statues, you begin to feel an eerie silence creep in. You suddenly can't hear what your companions are saying, and that counts for all of you.
All right.
Looking at the walls, however, you once again see the depictions of the torturous acts mirrored, like on the outside.
If every room here is gonna hit me for 30, 40 sonic damage every time I fail a performance check, this is gonna get rough very quick. But I'm gonna try to play the horn again then.
Before we do that, I'm going to do what I should have done, and I have these in my inventory. I'm going to put these in.
Sure.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
I bought them for sirens, but this works too, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
But I didn't buy them back.
I didn't know they existed.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I
This
just looked at
technology.
all the weird stuff I could buy in the beginning for cheap.
I mean, I can give them to Artemis if he wants.
Matter.
Well, Artemis begins playing the sound, and then perhaps a little speck of the dust of the room, or perhaps the sight of the horrible undead monstrosity ahead, distracts for but a second, which seems to be enough. As the Cyclopean guardians turn their rocky heads, and from their eyes, gleaming in the light, actually appear to be small black coaly gems. And this is, perhaps the trap outside was advanced and sort of on theme, but this one is perhaps supposed to be more effective than anything. The ash and scorch marks in the rooms make sense, as from the statues blast each a ray of flame that sort of just begin melting, superheating rock. Dust explodes from the ground, and smoke begins to fill the area. First, I need all of you to do a reflex save.
Rerolling that one.
Boy.
Alright,
There we
3
go.
ones in a row. Good.
Oh. Nice one, Grass.
Thanks. I probably still take damage though.
Yeah. Don't think you failed
On a
with
critical success, you take no damage.
Yeah.
On a success, you take
Alright.
also half
There are
damage,
no
and
successes.
on a failure, you take full damage. On a critical failure, you take double damage.
I'm dead.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
As the fire rays blast out, burning and scorching, and trying to basically sort of eviscerate everything within this hallway. Not only is it fire, it is also heated dust and like spray of rocks and such that fly out. And it seems that perhaps because of Artemis's playing of the tune, it aims for him, right? Shattering and sending burning fire and rocks down upon him. I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Was anyone scouting?
I was, but I'm dead. So, you know.
I'm dead. You're unconscious. We'll get you up. Don't you worry.
Let's see here.
Well, Grask will. I will hope that he does.
Yeah, that's another track was off.
As Artemis, you will be assigned initiative right before the trap that got you. Well, Grask, you act quickly, having preternatural, perhaps the Besmaran blessing, giving you a thing as the thing turns its head behind you, dodging out of the way as it blasts Artemis with a superheated ray of power.
Well then, I will react by healing him immediately. Let's see. I did post chat. Am I lagging? Maybe I'm lagging.
Maybe.
Trying to click heal. Oh, it's paused. I can't do anything.
It's no longer paused.
Oh, then I am definitely lagging. This works.
There
So
it comes.
Artemis. Then I'll take my last action. Are these these are still traps?
Yes, they are statues. You see 3 of them active. Smashing them, you believe, might be a way to stop it. Otherwise, getting out of range might be a way to not have it happen anymore. Or even disabling them. Perhaps getting close and trying to use thievery to figure out how to stop this from continuing.
Okay.
Or by playing the tunes, perhaps.
Well, getting out of range. I mean, where is out of range? That's the thing. So I can't really provide cover for saves. So guess I'll just raise my shield because I mean, if I'm gonna take down, no, because they're all reflex saves. So guess I'll head towards this nearest one and get ready to start smacking it.
See, it's tall. It's massively tall.
Oh.
Gabby.
Yes. I guess I'll hit the statue.
All right, do your strike.
What we're doing?
You strike, but it glances off. Didn't hit well enough to
I was gonna say
damage it.
there's no target for me to target.
There isn't. I don't know how to make that happen.
Okay. Again. Oh my god.
Again, not enough. You strike it. It's like your legs just glances off the heavy marble statue.
Just bludgeoning.
I don't have any on my fists. But also I need to roll more than like a 4. Yeah, that's it.
Tempest.
I'll move and activate a channel elements, and then using my free action and my 1 remaining action, do an Ocean's Bomb on both Tempest and Gabby. Or sorry, Braxu and Gabby. Braxu, Gabby. Ah, sorry, Braxu.
Oh, it's a spell or nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Axu.
Praxu, well, he now knows what he's dealing with. Would like to try to disable the statue.
All right. Yeah.
Thievery, you said. 28.
That is a success. You turn, you move up, jump up the statue, parkour style, I imagine, because it's quite high. Grab the heated gem, which doesn't seem to be super hot at all, actually, and find that you can easily twist it 180 degrees, which seems to freeze the statues in place once more, sinking them into a peaceful slumber.
Just this one or all of them?
All of them.
Oh, boy.
Well. Alright, that was scary. Artemis, you alright?
No.
Good. Let's continue.
Like the doors, you believe that they might have a reset time of a minute.
Yes,
Go,
we should
go, go.
get through this corridor.
Should
You see the
destroy.
gem beginning to automatically turn back like
Should
clockwork.
destroy them in case we need to go back through here.
How? Well, we can think about that from this side, maybe.
Smash the rubies. Maybe.
They look pretty sturdy. We might most likely will reactivate them if we try to smash them.
That's fine. That's fine. My body will survive, I'm sure. Oh.
Anyway,
I don't suppose we could just like take something and jam it in there, so just to prevent it from twisting back.
You could try, though, if that was possible, maybe no one would ever have destroyed the northern one.
It's fair.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
since we have 3
Like Gabby says, contemplate it over here.
people there. Yeah, let's get out of the way first.
You can almost see the line of effect by the scorch marks that sort of follow that diagonal from the corner to the corner.
There's statues up there. Oh,
While we're at it, here you go, Artemis, and for me.
And the dark, oppressive place. Looking around the corner here. Next to the big smashed monster.
Praxu.
Oh,
We don't really have time to wait around here, so
No.
Not in this open corridor, at least.
Do we
More
still
hallway
see
down this way.
tracks from the others?
It's hard to tell in here, but certainly Mud brought it to the into the hallway. It seems like
No,
they
like,
might have activated the same trap as you did.
Footsteps in the dust.
Really is.
At this point, there's a bunch of like blood splattered around here, but
Grass will kind of look
Yes.
around and say,
you could do like a tracking check if you want to do that. Survival.
Yes, Grask?
Always.
sure. I thought Tempest one was doing that. I can do it, no problem.
I've already done it. I can't do it again for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
You look around, Grask, and you see footsteps going this way
Agreed.
that you're currently going, and also some coming back, and then going the other way.
Really? Oh.
I'm going back and going the
It
other
seems
way.
like 3 people went this way, 3 people came back this way, then 3 people went back this way, and didn't return.
Go
Says to me
that
that we
way
should
then.
go north.
Let's
Yeah.
not go this way then.
Okay. I mean, if they came back fine, then sure.
We can always investigate it afterwards if we feel like it.
I
but we
figure
shouldn't
it's
let them
probably
slip away
blind,
behind
right?
us.
Yeah. Do you get any bonuses for looking for traps, sheep, particularly that you are
I
using?
think you are as good as I am.
Then I should go do it then, and everyone should
Oh,
stay.
you're better actually.
Everyone should stay really far back. So if I do trigger something, it's only me and not everyone. So I will change my. Well, we finished. I did my tracking, so I guess I'll change my exploration action to search. I will go ahead.
I will hang a bit in the back then.
You see a big hall with another statue at the end, sort of edge of it there.
All right. Well,
High ceilings. Coming around here, you see another statue facing the side, and in the distance, a set of tall stairs going up to some sort of dais or altar in the center of the room.
do I see any signs of like marks on the floor of any trap activity?
Blood, yes, splattered blood going towards the altar.
Is there a particular pattern to it, or is it just everywhere?
It's like a half scraping.
I see.
As you get up here, you
Oh wait.
you see a person leaned against an altar. The altar up there on top, half slumped over, blinking towards the light, sitting here in the complete dark.
Oh boy.
We have someone here.
I wonder who-
Gabby moves very fast.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, this checks out. We know what we have to do.
Artemis, your orders.
I can't see anything.
Can't see
Great.
anything.
Let's kill him.
Uh,
Nope.
Hel-
It's the musician.
Oh, yes.
Hello. The wounded man crawls across the floor. Anyone? He holds up his hand,
Watch
like
out!
blocking
Watch
the
out
light.
for the statues.
Yeah.
where's the blood here? Kind of like around here.
Oh, it's leading to him.
I will. How
Jump
far
across, I
can
guess.
I? No, hold on.
Tempest. Yeah, put some
Yeah.
Ocean's Balm on him.
Captain,
Yeah.
Nothing pricier than
you
that.
came for me.
I'm gonna
I
channel
gotta-
elements and basically step forward, ready to use a double tidal hands thing to basically push back against the jets of flame.
I'm also gonna put an orb on light orb on the altar. I can do it from 120 feet.
Okay.
You can see what's going on.
Yeah. The altar looks to be a sort of a big stone table. Not really particularly fancifully carved or anything.
Well,
The statues here, they stand at attention, sort of like soldiers, honoring this place.
Baxter, you
Just-
want to check and see if we can find that same.
Don't be too loud, he'll sort of say with a loud whisper. It might hear us. Come back.
what might?
Monster down in the other room, the opposite side of the hallway. You came through.
Let's get him healed first, then talk.
There's it stalks there. It almost killed us all. This
Grass can
place
look
is
over.
bad, he says. Very bad. Did you bring the instrument?
Yes, but he hasn't helped us much.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, Grass will look to Artemis here. I mean, he will heal this man if he's asked, but
Ocean's Balm him. Don't spend any actual resources on him.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to see if Praxu will disable the statues.
So we'll take a look if we can. But I
Sure,
don't
a
know if this is
perception
the
check.
same trap.
You
Let's
could
check.
inspect statues. Praxus sees statues of soldiers standing at attention. There doesn't seem to be any gems or movable parts to them that he can see.
If it's a trap, it's a different one.
Approach then, and nothing happens.
No,
Uh,
these are safe, he says. They don't do anything. At least they didn't to us.
we'll, wash him with some salt water.
Thank you.
Blind him.
She was about to drink.
Yeah. Yeah, drink this salt water.
Well, Heartbreaker, I am happy to see you are alive, and you will be happy to know that we have come here to, well, maybe rescue you and then seek vengeance on the others.
Speaking of the others, where are they?
They went further in. Creed's gone mad. More than he was just before. It's like this place. Going through the door, something happened to him.
Grab him by his chin and move his face to be right next to mine. Be like,
Sure.
you went mad before that.
I did?
He did.
Oh.
I want to know
Well,
if
he
you
was
did
always
too.
somewhat crazy. I mean, I assume you took the ship. Know what
Yes.
happened.
I'd still like to hear it from your perspective.
Perhaps we can do that later.
There always was a plan. There was always the plan to stop you. Captain, she spoke of it when, after the Oracle, she said we had to be prepared. Couldn't be trusted. We had to act nice, but never get too close. I think in the end she broke her own rule. She came back one of the days close to the island, and she gathered us, me and Creed and Ilya, and she said that she had thought it over, that she didn't believe it, that she was doubting the prophecy, that you couldn't trust in divinations. Says Creed and Ilya didn't take it well. We were still going for the treasure, but she wanted to reveal that we had the last piece and just, well, come clean, I suppose. But they, at first, they accepted, said that when you returned that there would be a talk, but then, well, they decided to act. He got bottles of oozes. I mean, he still has some. I'm sure you had to deal with them back on the ship. He threatened to kill everyone. He said he would return to civilized lands, damn it all, with the treasure. He wanted to use it to stop being a trickster on a boat, as he said.
Who is with Creed and who is with Lantari?
It's just the two of them in there. I was with them. I was supposed to play the instrument, but we didn't have the right one, so.
And then this creature attacked you and you got away somehow?
No, we fought it off.
Separated?
Creed had some explosives that knocked it back and scorched it pretty badly. And then, well, they abandoned me here.
Both of them together, or did one drag the other?
Yes, they were together. I'm not sure. Well, I wouldn't blame the captain, but we couldn't get back out anyway. He sort of shrugs. There's only really one way forward. She said she would come back for me when things were good, but I've just been hiding here for I don't know how long.
Menica, where did the tracks go? You said that 3 people came this way, but we only see him, and I don't see another way out besides back where we came from. So where did the
Good
tracks
question.
go?
So, yeah, they clearly go up to him. It seems to be true that he was sort of halfway dragged up here by them. Sort of fighting retreat situation.
Rex would like to
So what
investigate
happens to
this
the tracks
altar.
afterwards?
All right.
Or I guess I'll make a survival check.
A perception check.
So,
I feel like I know where this way continues.
You look at the altar. It appears to be a boring stone altar with nothing fancy on it. The walls, though, do have depictions as well. Various types of creatures, demons, and sort of not aberrations really, but demons and what are they called? They're like neutral evil ones.
Demons.
Yeah, demons around. One of them appears to be, it was like a cyclops with like an extra eye grafted into its skull, so it has 2, like horribly morbid monster. And then there's one that has 3, which reminds you of something you saw on a map at one point. Marked in the corner of a map.
Oh, the one that you sketched off from Warvilles?
Yeah, it would appear so. There was a 3-eyed cyclops on that, around this part of the water. Just as the picture over here.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? Guess let's take a look.
Stick our fingers in their eyes or something?
oh yeah, Tempest would also ask him about what's down the other hall. Might as well.
It's a monster. Sort of like the dead one, but alive. Well, not alive, but functional.
Sentry.
It turned and faced us, and then I was blind. I couldn't see anything, and my whole body shook, and I felt intense pain. It was faster than us. You wouldn't expect it. Whenever it struck, it's like its rage became your own. I never faced anything like it. I'd stay away from it.
Good to know.
This place isn't one that should be explored.
So what?
If this is the entrance, what horrors await further in?
What?
And what treasure?
What did Lentari and Creed do to pass here?
I don't know. I wasn't really conscious.
Let's look at that drawing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rex would like to
Yeah,
investigate and
Rex-
maybe Gabby is onto something, pushing the eyes, something along those
Get a
lines.
thievery check. I'm pushing the eyes around.
I'm pushing things.
What's worst that
Guidance
could happen?
here. Oh.
I'm gonna hero point. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Hey.
Praxo tries moving, pushing things around, and it seems to do so safely. They do have indentations in the eyes, and when he pushes all 3 at once, well, it opens.
Explodes.
Yes.
Revealing a secret passage.
Gabby nods.
Way to
saying,
go, Praxu.
"Yes, if in doubt, push the eyes. Old
Good
goblins.
advice.
Artemis, you feel some salt water trickling down the back of your neck.
So sort of trying to stand up. I
It's-
can probably help you.
They're refreshing.
Get up.
Uh,
Come with you and assist you from behind.
Artemis. Well,
Yeah,
Needs to be
From
done.
behind.
no. Not
Artemis,
letting any of
uh,
this get behind me.
My hand crossbow and my.
yeah, you do that.
Maybe he should just stay here.
Well, he should at least be on the other side of the secret passage unless that thing
Yeah.
comes back.
You could go first if you want.
We won't regret saving your life, will we, Heartbreaker?
Oh no. I've never lied. Well,
You lied right there.
I was about to, Captain, but I held myself back. Let that be proof of a change of ways.
Yes, well, you have
You know what?
much to
Well,
prove,
He
Heartbreaker.
winks. He
guys.
winks. He winks to Artemis.
We,
Please, Captain, don't
If
uh,
you
you,
betray us
don't hold it
now,
against me too much.
if you betray us now, you will wish you were one of the things on these walls
I-
when I'm done with you.
If
Okay?
you're in doubt, then at least know that I recognize that the pieces we had were the wrong ones.
well,
Sure you do.
let me tell you something, Heartbreaker, that you are currently lucky that, one, I like you, and two,
I like you too, Captain.
well, he holds up a
Ugh.
finger and says, and your life has been pleaded for by Belinda. So,
Ah, fair Belinda.
but there is a very thin line, and there is a limit to our patience.
So for what it's worth, the hag's prophecy, I believe, was referring not to us, which Captain Antari assumed, but to Creed, which would make this all make a whole lot of sense, and also underlines why I hate prophecy and those who speak it, because it's always there's an ulterior
Well, it's always
motive,
a-
misleading.
it's so
He-
vague.
Just the idea of going to a hag and then believing it. Shakes his head.
The hag was quite monstrous, I will say. I don't know, maybe it even was a cyclops. It certainly had one eye, a big gnarled being crawled out of the mud pits and spread the guts of an alligator.
Yep.
Just,
You know, the worst thing about prophecies is would this have even happened if she hadn't gone to look for it?
well, I don't know, but
Then again, if
Well-
she hadn't looked for the prophecy, we wouldn't have gotten involved, and we wouldn't be so close to whatever spoils await. So it's beneficial for us, at least.
The poor
Don't
scorched
fuck up,
flesh.
Blondie, or you're gonna feel a lot more pain than you have been so
Yeah.
far.
just the
It's a lot of
thing
inspiration
about
on
Creed,
these walls.
I mean, Creed, he helped us when war will, well, I mean, when the captain needed us. He was the one who stood with us. He saved the captain's life, in fact. I mean, why would he betray her now? It's like the first time he helped us, it wasn't even, anything other than self-serving.
It is odd that the entire crew suddenly goes with him on this mad escapade. I don't know
Well, it
what
wasn't the entire one. It was a couple of them. But
Well,
mostly it was
enough to leave us on the beach and then
quartermaster,
save
him,
here.
and the cook. I mean,
Shakes his head in
yeah.
disgust. 3 people to turn whole crew.
Perhaps
They
we should get
killed by
inside
those things.
before that
The
thing comes
Usus, they
back.
were-
and
That's
then
what you
we'll
get
get
with
mad.
shallow leadership.
It's true, it's true.
I think this was don't think this was anything supernatural.
No,
No,
it was
stay back
a
here, I suppose.
Broken chain.
arrangement of convenience. And when it wasn't convenient, it broke.
You glance further in and see an immense hall, grand in both scale and design. You see a southern antechamber that goes quite high up over a pool of stale, murky water. Looking around, there's a sort of a dais. You could walk upstairs, and then there's 2 obelisk pillars on either side of the stairs, forming between them an alcove like a big doorway. It's gloomy within it, dark, and there doesn't seem to be. There's no like power field or anything between them. Just runic pillars forming a sort of a gateway in the middle of this thing. Around is also a bunch of crumbled stone and whatnot. It seems that this room, certainly in the northern bit of it, has had quite a bit of like explosives damage and maybe like an earthquake or something at one point.
Well,
Beyond that, you hear a sort of a gibbering sound as The man is here. Almost retching, standing around, looking as if more rat than man. Vincent Creed looks towards the lights coming into the room. As soon as he does, he throws down a couple of oozes and begins to sort of let out incoherent ramblings. It seems whatever happened here, he has truly lost his mind. And he will try to kill you because he has to make the screams come back. He must have the screams. It's the only way.
All right then.
He's mad.
Absolutely crazy. And deaf.
Good.
Two. Fuck.
Tempest. He's reaching for more grenades.
Let's
Various
go.
things.
Get in there.
Oh, actually, my initiative should be one higher because I forgot the scout, which is actually relevant because I'm tied with him.
Okay.
That's fair.
I mean,
Move up.
I was. Did Artemis have scout on him? Because also he would be higher.
I always have scout.
All right.
Yep.
Never mind.
He had his +1 in the initiative.
Nice. Just checking.
Then I will channel elements, activate my kinetic aura, take my free shot. I don't think I have the range for the water blast. I do not, so it'll be an air blast instead. Plow range. Oh, sorry, I had 2. Hang on, -4 from that. He heals or takes 11 damage total. And then still can't really see anything. I guess I'll just attack again with map. Or you know what? No, I'll move into the room so I can tank. For our more fragile members. 5, 10. Ah, there we go. Now I see him. That's me.
All right. Oozes forward,
What we want.
reaching down with its pseudopod. Tries to ooze you.
Switch my deflecting wave to acid. Wave on damage. That's incredibly wrong. Oh, sorry, it's partial acid damage, partial bludgeoning. Got it.
Oh.
There we go.
It strikes you and leaves a burning mark.
Yeah, acid
Artemis.
does nothing. Acid's completely gone, so it just thwaps me through the deflecting wave.
Let's see here.
Oh, actually, no.
Reed is over there. Quite crazy.
It calls. Oh, the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Of
We shall be freed. We shall be freed from the silence.
Yes. Well, everyone, bit of a buff. Oops. That and try to finger it. Possibly a crit. Not sure.
I don't think it's a crit.
Alright, 3
I think
rounds.
the DC is like 23. check here. $20 DC.
Close but no cigar. 3 rounds anyway. What's left? I guess I'll send a shock on the ooze. Seems like something I can do.
I might as well.
Dodge this. Aha, full damage.
Not particularly good at reflexes.
Foolish ooze. 10 damage. Bzzzt. That's it.
Raxu.
Axel will dart in there. So I can see what I can see. Aha. I'm gonna quick draw my bow to shoot him. There's the bow.
His clothes is likely ripped and such. It seems likely he was using some sort of powerful mutagen, days ago. Had you been here just as he arrived. But that is long since run out. Hides behind the pillar as it strikes it.
Alright, well that didn't work. And then I'm gonna take a step back. So I'm terrified, just in general, really. That's reactions.
Mr. Creed. It's too late. You're too late. We've unleashed it. It's free. Measures distances because that's what people do when they have to know. Probably could throw things.
Yeah, we're perfectly banded up here.
This will be against Grask, because he is available. He grabs something from his belt and throws it. Oh.
Well, not even splashed.
Absolutely misses.
Yep.
And then he quick draws another and throws it too. And absolutely misses. So
You're so mad, he's just flinging his things
crazy,
all over
yeah.
the place.
he sort of smash against the walls here. Seems to be condensed ooze acid. They sort of splash and burn and sizzle. Rask.
Okay.
Scream! He's sort of,
Well, he needs to get gotten rid of. Going to... Yeah. Gonna first raise my shield, and then I'm going to do... boarding action. So I can stride twice and strike. So I will do so. Get behind him. Like so.
Let's go.
And stab him in the back. Hopefully set up a flank for anyone that wants it.
I'm ready.
That's a miss.
contorts his body.
I'm done.
Oh, my perfect AoE going away.
You can still hit me, it's fine.
That'll be whoever flanked.
Climbs over here and attacks Tempest. It's an ooze. Just goes for whatever's closest. Misses. Gabby.
Yeah.
Moves
I
and
will
then-
attempt to trip him.
Success. You. Falls down. You hit, striking down with a horse chopper. Ugh.
Get rid of satisfied. At least he doesn't clone, you know? When you...
His blood spills onto the big gateway.
I'm sure that's not gonna do anything.
mean anything. Sure.
Tempest.
All right. I'm going to try and punch this one in front of me with the single action Hydro Punch.
Yep.
Damage.
Seems to work.
Now, I
pretty
have
fine.
a forced movement thing. Could I try and throw the acid on him and try and burn him? Just from it being like on him if he's prone? Or no, he's not. He's not prone. Oh, he is prone.
Let's see.
That's not mechanically.
See,
is it?
why not? I'll give it a reflex save
Sense.
against
Pretty
the
good.
standard DC. So that's the 20. So yes, it manages to
Yeah.
not be thrown into
To
him.
not flop on him. That's okay. I will then still damage him and follow that up with a Tidal Hands. 2 cones like so. One over here, and the other one getting the guy.
Right.
All right. Ah, good
Some
luck,
of the
Reed.
oozes succeed.
Oh, unfortunate.
Well, they still get
Damage
splashed
was-
by pottery punches. As he lays
Yeah, the
there,
damage was.
covered in it. Right.
And then I guess the ooze failed a saving throw, so I'll try again.
The ooze succeeded. He failed.
Oh, sorry, he failed. Nah, I won't bother. I won't bother flinging him around. It just breaks the flank.
The
So
ooze
that's
then
8.
will reach to hit Gabby with a pseudopod.
Yes.
Bit of damage, then it'll try to grapple Gabby with the
Ow.
pseudopod. It does. Then it will try to squeeze Gabby with its pseudopod. He's sort of about reaching out to like envelop and try to devour and consume. Artemis.
Okay. Well, he's down, so that's good. Yes, that is very good.
I think the oozes are the most pressing concern here because only certain people can actually deal with them right now, including yourself.
Sure. I will target the 2 oozes then, I suppose.
Alright.
Electric arc.
It says and failure. One of them is almost destroyed. The other one, I suppose, is just slightly more behind the corner. It gets scorched.
Yep. That's it.
Anakai. Sorry, I'm just realizing I didn't have the Courageous Anthem on, so this guy should have 2 more damage, and the other 2 should have 1. Just in case that matters for the one that's almost dead.
Yep. That's it.
Baxter.
Alright, with him on the floor, that makes him easier to hit with arrows for some reason. Would he have soft cover from the ooze in front of him?
Yeah, he would.
He would.
I probably activate that, right? Can I?
10, 20, 30. In that case, we are going to go in there.
Actually, you know what? No, he's on steps. He's higher up.
Oh, yes. Alright.
Yeah.
I will not move then. Contrary
He's
to what
laying
you've
on a
just seen.
stairway.
I'm just gonna shoot him then. That is a hit. He is off guard, so I get my sneak attack for 14. And I'm gonna shoot him again. Just about a miss. Third attack. My third action, I'm actually gonna roll a recall knowledge against him here. How possibly difficult could it be to identify a human?
I mean, you've probably seen a lot of crazy humans.
I don't want to know a lot about him. Just
Yeah.
if he's got anything
you,
special.
You get it. He's an alchemist. He throws alchemical bombs. He likes acid, but he can do many different types of you can do cold, you can do fire. Just mixing a little bit of his secret alchemy ingredients in there to make it work. You believe that's the most dangerous thing he can do at the moment? Many of his higher level resources are already spent from whatever dungeon things they've been through have taxed him quite heavily. His weakest save is will by far, given his current mental state, which is absolutely crazy.
His will is shattered and he doesn't seem that dangerous. Was that a crit by chance?
No, a success.
Okay, good. A success. Good. That will be my turn then. I do have a strong suspicion that this dungeon will have more mean things to throw at us.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh.
And then. Go over here and throw something at Gabby, who's being held by an ooze. He hits. For acid. The bottom one is a splash, so you don't take that one. That's everyone who's adjacent to you. Which is an ooze and tempest, so I guess nothing. But yeah, he throws it. It shatters. It's like being touched by the ooze all over again, right? She's like, scream! Fast. Sounds desperate.
Well, here, stab him. Okay, I'd love to hit him. Try again. Oh, great. I'm done.
This one here, we'll just attack Tempest, because Tempest is right there.
Uh-oh, not so good. Alright, I'll throw up my deflecting wave and set it to acid. And
It just spills out. It tries to grapple.
Oh, it's doing
Failing. Then tries to follow that up with another hit. Hitting. Barely. A bit more damage.
amazing. Wait. Off.
It tries to grab and envelop you. It just manages to punch you, but not hold on to you, like Gabby is being held on to. Actively being digested.
Ha!
Why'd you escape?
No longer.
Yay.
Oh, it's so hard to move from it. Every instinct in my body tells me to chop it. But no. Strong. Independent goblin.
Bite. Bite. Alright, well, you strike at Creed. Slashed as he bleeds, lunges over. He clearly hasn't slept for a long time, and he's all just raving.
Well, I would tell him to scream, but he can't hear me, so
Yes.
that's it.
Take your acid. Tempest.
Gonna channel elements. Take my one action, free one to punch this dude to my left. Crit. Let's go. Wow. No, sorry, it was to the other one.
Oh.
The other one.
Never mind, you don't smash it.
Yeah. I'm going to do that one because I'm going to follow up with the Tidal Hands AoE.
I see.
Smash that one.
Go. Now we'll try and kill them both by immediately overflowing and getting rid of the element I just summoned. Idle hand. There we go. 14 damage.
You're saving for this one succeeds, but dies anyway.
Dies.
this
And the other?
one here fails and takes the fall.
Excellent. That's what we want to see.
Slamming into the
Dead
wall.
and badly injured.
Artemis, see the water blasting, basically like power washing the oozes. Right?
Yes, yes. Give them
Clean
a
the floor.
good drubbing.
Playing,
But
I'm
you
playing
sap
Power Wash
them.
Simulator.
Tempest
Yeah.
wash them. Just,
Yes.
yeah, if it gets eaten. Oh, so.
Go here and then lightning the ooze and creed. Oh, critical fail on the ooze.
It spectacularly fails, yeah. You get it right as you walk past it.
Oh,
Just
28 damage on the ooze. That's pretty good. Kablamo.
Let's go.
instantly evaporates.
Nicely done.
Strikes him.
And creed gets tickled, and that's it.
Ah. Axel.
Axel, we set him up for you. Well, not really. You don't have flanking, but still.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're standing in the way, and I cannot get flanking. So I'm not sure where the setup is. Well, I can at least, like, hop up here. How high is this?
It is 10 foot.
I cannot hop that high. Alright, I can go here, so I at least have a clear shot, and then I'll just shoot him.
Point blank.
Actually, no, that's stupid, because it's a longbow. Okay, I'm gonna go... I don't have actions for this. You know what? No, I'm just gonna be where I was and shoot him from here. Soft cover be damned. Again, I'm not gonna get a better shot any other way anyways.
Is a hit.
Alright, I don't have sneak attack. But that does, I hit myself.
You shoot, strike, and he falls down. Dying.
Alright. Not an elegant shot, but an effective one.
As he falls, he sort of his eyes land facing the pool. He says, "The horrors." He looks up at you, like trying to plead with you. They're worse than the screaming. And then he dies.
Oh boy.
You know, sometimes I really do hate being right.
Gabby will take off his glasses and put them on.
It's a curse. Huh.
Ah!
Yeah. They're probably like broken halfway.
They're cool.
Look at all those grenades.
I am sure we have 10 minutes, so I'm gonna spend that treating wounds on Tempest.
It's got an alchemist toolkit, if anyone wants that.
I already have one, but they are...
Take it.
They're pricey,
pricey.
so we'll pick them up, yeah.
Put it on Praxis.
Gabby, I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I've healed you, so
There you go.
nobody else I can give you a top up. Hey,
Stuff gets
I
taken
would,
out.
actually like his hand crossbow,
Yeah.
though.
Okay. That's also a thing you can
and then
grab.
after
Open,
10 minutes, I can give you another one and give one for myself.
Also
Backpack
got
is-
13 bolts, which you can also have.
Yeah.
Take another 17, Gabby, and
Can you describe this room again, Malachi, while we're here?
Yes, a massive, massive room. It's a grand hall, really. In the center is a sort of a raised area you're currently going up onto, and then two pillars which form an arc above you, making sort of a strange tall doorway in the middle of the room. From this room, there are many stairways going up in many different directions, seemingly up into the cliffside At least this one goes high up. These ones to the side go slightly up. The north seems to have had tunnels, but they appear collapsed, while to the south is a strange murky pool of water with a very tall space above it.
What did he mean by
Where's
when he talked about
Lentori?
the pool?
Presumably further on.
Can we see any tracks?
No, there appears to be no real following from here.
You say he had bombs on him?
The alchemist toolkit, yes,
Oh, okay.
which he, as an alchemist, does.
Uses to, yeah, but it didn't have like any actually crafted bombs.
There's flasks.
No, it seems whatever he
I
had
mean-
was spent probably fighting whatever thing you bypassed.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Maybe it would have
These
had things
alchemical
on it
grenades that
that
we
would
see here
suggest
aren't-
what kind of
aren't
things
there.
he would have faced. Yeah, he seemed to have been quite the prodigy. Shame he just wasn't much of a pirate.
Yeah.
Malachi, I do see 2 of 3 different types of grenades on here. So he doesn't have those on his sheet?
Yeah, they're just for him to have.
Okay.
Manaka, can I get some recovery checks, I suppose?
Yes, sure. You
Can,
can just go
I
up
can
and click on your persistent damage.
I can assist with medicine.
Oh.
Sure. Is it just acid persistent, right?
Yeah.
Yep, persistent acid.
Just use a healer's kit. Let's check. What is it? I actually have 3. Like, uh, Sheep. What was the action for that? Like to assist someone and recovery checks. Do you remember?
I believe for anything that isn't a blade, it's just you spent the action and that counts as an assist as long as you're doing something that helps, like, helping
Brushing
rub
it
off
off,
the
yeah.
acid or something. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I rolled an assistant thing and it worked. So Gabby, take 2 damage and then.
Alright. Well, that worked out.
As grass can like get off the ooze bits.
Yeah. Fine. I use my rapier. I'm very good with finesse with it. So
Yep, Gabby would trust you. It's Bismarck's holy weapon, I mean.
yeah.
If you hurt me, I probably deserve it.
Damn.
Such devotion, Gabby. I'll, look around.
I would really like to investigate that pool of water to the south, but I'm almost certain it holds either some ominous, terrifying secret or some ominous, terrifying creature.
I would like to look and see if there's any other tracks that maybe perhaps Lantari took from here somewhere.
You could certainly search around. However, it seems that from here, tracks seem difficult. What seems likely is that they've been moving around a lot, and certainly that Mr. Creed here has been stepping pretty much all over this room in his ravings for the last couple of days. That said, he doesn't seem to have wanted to go south of the pillar there.
Maybe we have to go south. Maybe that's where she is. I don't know. Before that, we can
There's
check
still
around.
many side rooms though.
Yeah.
Might as
The
well
stair
clear
over
first.
here seems short when you look at it, but it's actually supposed to be. It's very steep and goes very high up.
Oh.
I should look up there, but
If I was a treasure, I'd be up the biggest, steepest stair.
Well, if everyone is ready, I will start going up the stairs.
Hey, you by the door over here.
yes, sure.
Slap in the face of water.
Oh boy,
Yeah, you're
this place
keeping
looks
watch.
bad. Will do.
Yeah, you want to prove your value, and hope
Just a
something
thumbs
comes
up.
around this corner.
And a wink. Always liked you.
Sure, buddy.
God, I want to kill him so bad.
Ask makes his way up to this room. Going up the way, there is a big door that used to be here, at least. A long time ago, though, it fell off its hinges. Appears to be made of metal and not stone like many of the others. The steep staircase moves sort of up to a 30 feet wide room with a very smooth domed ceiling, about 20 feet up. In the walls are basically inset a lot of silver mirrors.
Huh.
As well as a mural of colored glass depicting an eye. In the center of the room is a raised pedestal, 10 feet in diameter and 3 feet high. There is a thick layer of dust here. It's quite clear that no one else has really done anything with the room. Though as you come in here, bringing light, the mirrors all begin shining in sort of resonance to one another, which culminates at the center of the pillar.
Oh.
Emitting immense bursts of brilliant, scintillating luminosity. Those within this line, please give me, I will save, time to close your eyes from the blast of light that echoes, really waving out of the room.
I'm in danger.
Grask does, but Brax just gets dazzled by the pretty lights. And then something spins up that was in the center of the room.
Oh, good.
A large cyclopean construct made of stained glass appears, and the light begins to indeed refract upon it as it faces it out of the eye. You believe that this would pretty much show a beam of light out of that eye from this room out into the sky, like a bat signal, just blasting it out there and signaling to everyone that the lighthouse is on.
Uh-oh.
The golem turns to you. You know, it's clearly like shaky and weird looking. It's clearly not been active for a very long time. It seems to have some rudimentary understanding of what's going on, as it looks first up and then confused and then down and sees a small creature here, shielding its eyes from its bright light, and it doesn't appreciate that. So it will try to kill all of you.
That's understandable.
Great. There we go.
Now it has
Love
the
that.
light it's supposed to have.
I see. Oh. Ba-da-ba.
I'm not in agreement with its plan, you know? Needs review.
It's not going to ask you. It's just going to go do it.
That's
So,
fair.
How rude.
Cannot roll. Fucking initiative roll.
Oh,
I
yikes.
love constructs.
I didn't actually put my scouting
Let's
in again,
go.
so I am 18. Sorry, I keep forgetting to add it.
Well, convenient. It's always one higher. Huh? Good use
That
of
matters.
scouting. It's valuable.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
same.
Praxu. You see the burst of light that you sort of flare your eyes against it as this thing turns, and you know, at first it just seems like a big light thing that shines brightly until its limbs all unfold into rows and rows of sharp glass blades.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna.
I think we should
Do
fall
nothing
back.
I'll
Yeah.
delay after Artemis here.
We should not stand in this line here, I think. Artemis will call out, "Get back!" And we'll try to boost everyone's morale.
On the corners of the stairs. I'll try and stand there.
Finger. Oh, God damn it.
Oops.
4 ones tonight. Yeah, everyone gets 1 at least.
Sure.
And then I want to move out of the way of this thing.
Probably pretty far spread out would be good.
Oh, can I get down from this place, or how high up am
You
I?
can sort of leap down safely enough. It's 10 feet, so
I'll scoot a little bit down here. Get out of the blast, the blast tunnel. Yeah. I think that's all I can do at the moment.
Praxu.
All right, Praxu would like to know what the hell even is this creature?
Well, Praxu understands.
What am I
Yes,
looking
this,
at?
of course, this is a living lantern, stained glass golem used to activate the lighthouse. Simply bringing a torch up here is enough for it to resonate light between it and activate its brilliant, dazzling brilliance. It can then be commanded to direct the light in whichever direction the Golgan would want. Using it not to ward off ships as much as send military signals at massively great distances. It's also one of the Guardians, because of course everything here is made to eventually be invaded, and thus everything here is made to kill and kill and kill. It is a glass golem, which means it has the power to reflect spells targeted at it. It will blind and dazzle people who are near it. Generally, it's resistant to most magical things, being a golem. However, glass golems specifically are vulnerable to sonic damage, and very vulnerable to the spell Shatter. Yeah. It is resistant to physical attacks. It is immune to bleed, death, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, magic, mental damage, non-lethal attacks, paralyzation, poisoning, sickening, spirit damage, unconsciousness, vitality, and void damage. So, yeah, a lot of things.
All right, Praxu will relay that highly resistant to magic. Maybe if we turn off all the light, it won't blind us. Is that a thing that makes sense?
Yes, if the room is entirely dark, it will not have the blinding aura.
All right, that might be a way to approach this. And then I'm gonna shoot it. Yeah. I act before it, so it is flat-footed. Doesn't matter because I roll a 1, and I'm gonna walk away. And
I feel
grab.
like it needs the mirrors, or is it just summoned now?
I think the mirrors just activated it. I don't think it needs them. Also, Grask only Grask has the power to turn off my light here, I believe.
Yeah, I will on my turn. Light says I can dismiss, so I will spend an action to dismiss it. I assume it dismisses all instances of it.
Yeah,
Makes
sense.
That makes sense.
Because it has the same effect.
Which means that it is the only light source, which means it stops doing that.
Okay. Gabby's still in the way. I need to move still, but I can only kind of get down here. Resistance to magic, physical. I don't think anyone here has Sonic, do they? So, classic golem fight where you don't have the thing until after we need it. So I will, I'll raise my shield here, because I don't really want this to just come floating down and start melting everyone. So I need to hold some sort of line. So I'll raise it here. Done.
It does come down, running rather fast on its glassy limbs, moving down and simply striking at this intruder. That Graskis, with its glassy bladed limbs.
Yeah. Oh, shield block. Yikes. Alright.
Now,
Striking,
technically,
cutting.
if it doesn't have dark vision, it would have to contend with a mischance because
It does have dark vision. But yes, you're absolutely right. As it strikes, using its limbs to basically cut, right, bleeding with every hit. That's its action style. Gabby.
Okay, we'll move. And attempt to trip?
Gabby has dark vision too. swings, it leaps. It is quite dexterous, as it turns out.
No.
Gonna be one of those fights.
Oh, Tempest.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh boy, this is. Are we kiting it, y'all, or are we standing and delivering? What's the plan here?
I think
I just wanted to get out of the line to be blasted by whatever super laser it no doubt has. I don't think we can kite it anywhere but here. It's probably faster than us.
okay, did you say it was just resist to all physical, or like is it like the slimes, like is
You know,
piercing or
except adamantine or bludgeoning. Just
bludgeoning? It
smash the
is.
glass.
Smash it.
God damn it!
I'm trying my best to hold it
Alright.
here. Smash the shit out of
You
it.
need multiple weapons, Ari. You can't just
I
have one.
have multiple weapons.
You are a fighter. You should probably have all types of physical.
Yeah, you really
Fight.
should.
I was told. I said I need to find a hammer. Then someone told me, said, "No, how often are we gonna be fighting things?"
Who told you that exactly?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it
I
was
don't
Malachi.
know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was Malachi.
He was setting you up.
How would I say that?
Yeah, never listen to that guy.
You did say
Would
that.
never.
Oh,
You got brass knuckles, right? You
you
got
did too.
You do, you have, but then you're getting up close, which I don't really want you to do.
I
Let's
can
see.
lunge. It's okay.
But can you launch with your fists? Does that work? That's cool.
I'm going to use the Winter Sleet effect as I channel.
it's all
Just-
cold. Icy and
Yes.
slick.
And then I will move and do a one-action elemental blast of the water variety. Hydro punch.
Hit.
Nice.
All right.
Bludgeoning. Bludgeon it.
Yeah. So,
You push it, or is that the thing you got? Or...
yes. If a creature, okay, no, it wasn't a crit, so that effect doesn't happen. But I will do the forced movement, so it has to risk slipping if it wants to come back.
Probably has reach given its size.
It did come into me though, so maybe it does. But
Yeah. This is something I can work with. I just typically need a setup round for these kind of stunts.
I think if you can, you
But regardless, yeah,
Yeah.
let's push it back one square right.
up the stairs.
Up the stairs you go. And now the floor is slick.
Artemis.
And yeah.
Artemis?
Well, up here, highly resistant to magic, you say?
Yes.
We'll have to do a reflex save if you're moving through Tempest's aura.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
All right, fine.
You see ice everywhere, all over all the surfaces, the
Oh, he
floor, the
doesn't see,
stairs,
because
He
he's
doesn't see
railways.
anything.
He
Oh,
doesn't have dark vision.
I
It's just
can't.
cold.
I cannot target anything
Here,
because
the-
I can't see anything, so I can't really cast a spell. But I suppose I can sing because I don't need to see people.
Yeah.
Encourage them. I just can't do anything else.
I can give you a light, but then it's gonna start blasting light at you. So I don't know what you want.
You decide. My vision is in your hands in this fight. I can't produce any on my own.
I have an idea then.
You guys can
Well,
defeat
just
it
like dim light.
without me. That's perfectly fine. My spells probably can't hurt it much anyway, so you might as well just take that away from it. 3 rounds.
Maybe we can fix. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'm done.
Praxu.
So we'll delay after Grask because I can't see anything.
Grask.
Okay. Cool. Is it any light, or is it has to specifically be bright light that hits it to activate the aura or whatever it has?
Uh,
'Cause I can cast my light out far enough to just have dim light on it, and that
any
should be
light
enough.
allows
Any
you to
lights.
activate.
So basically, if you want to hit it, then
But
it's gonna have light.
It will cast bright light. So any light becomes bright light when it's close to it, basically.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big golem inside of a choke point. Surely you could, like, you know, lift your bow up a little bit and blind fire. For those who are in a bit of a tricky
Okay.
situation.
How about this? I will delay until after the golem. And then I'll cast the light, so you get a full turn of it. And move out of the way after that. Praxis, you should probably do the same thing.
I will delay after dusk.
Yeah.
Or probably I will keep delaying.
What moves?
It might trip, so do a save.
Yep. Here,
Post the thing
throw up
again,
the,
sir. The ice thing. We're doing.
Yep, Winter Sleet.
All right.
There you go.
It has to do
That
a.
save is too low. Should be DC 20.
No, it's your
Wait.
impulse DC -2.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
Oh.
good.
Jesus. Okay, save. That is a really good roll.
And then it swings its blade,
And modifier.
striking at the shield. And again, hitting the shield.
Ooh.
Ask.
Alright, I will cast light on myself. Because, I mean, you need to see it, you need to see it. And now you have full turn, so don't stand in front of me when you're done. Probably best thing. And I will keep my shield up. That's all I can do. I'll raise it again. I'm done.
Take your bleed.
If you delay until after May, I'll kill the aura. 'Cause
Bleed.
that sleet's going to do more harm to us than to it.
I think I'm just gonna shoot it, honestly. I can't reliably get flanking otherwise. I would like to try another recall knowledge, purely really to see if I can get it off guard.
Alright.
Maybe find out its worst save, since I don't think I found that out yet. If I succeed.
You critically succeed.
Excellent, he's flat-footed to me for a minute.
Then fortitude.
Great.
He's flat-footed to me forever.
And yes,
I'm
if
gonna
we
shoot
target him with a spell, he has an acrobatics check to try to bounce it back to you instead.
Oh, that
So
sounds
Okay.
awful.
Is that any spell?
uh,
Because I have spells that don't
See-
like target him, like that doesn't attack him, but just.
Well, if
anything
it's not
that makes him-
targeted by a spell, then
Well, I
no.
target
A
him by the
target.
spell.
Then yes, probably.
the golem is targeted by a spell,
Okay, so anything I cast on it bounces back to me. All right. Well,
except for shatter
I don't have that. I'm not-
specifically, which totally owns him. But yeah,
I don't
These
have
are
shadow.
golems. That's kind of their gimmick, is be really annoying. Just only specific.
practice.
So I made a mistake. I should have delayed after 10. But I'm just gonna walk through this
Critical
aura. Like
success.
my acrobatic is amazing. Surely nothing can go wrong here.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
Yes.
okay.
And then I will shoot the golem.
yeah. I was just gonna remind you that like it will blast this line, so if you can stand anywhere except those two squares and still shoot it, it would probably be better.
I mean,
But,
it's gonna blast wherever the light is, and I need to be where the light is to actually hit him, because otherwise he's behind a wall.
Yeah, fair.
I'll just say. I mean, it's dazzle. It's not the worst. That is a miss.
Should have stayed in the
That'll be my
corner
turn.
then, so I could only have it on the corridor. Oh well.
This is okay, I think.
Gabby.
Yes. I will try. Sorry. Surely this. God.
Almost.
Oof. Well, then I will lunge and try to punch it.
swing, but it's too quick. Dancing gracefully and terribly. Hard part is to move in and strike it without getting hit by all those spinning glass blades.
Yeah, that's it.
Tempest.
Tempest is going to move over here, stepping, to avoid blasting Rask when she will lightning dash. I'm gonna lightning through it and try and get on the other side of the room. I see something.
Succeeds, but I don't think you still move. No.
Yeah, and it still takes half, I believe. Or yeah, 'cause it's basic. So 30 feet. Where I was. Yeah, I can get about here. Is there anything noteworthy in the room?
A
On the
lot
side?
of beautiful silver mirrors. They could probably be
Yeah.
pried down and sold.
Okay. Hoping there might be
Big,
something
you know,
for the
you
mech.
could use this place to like project a light out if you wanted to signal someone.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
lantern room.
All right. That's my turn. It's 2 actions.
Treasure, basically. Artemis.
Gotcha.
Do nothing to hurt this thing.
Okay. That's fair.
Want to just delay until you tell me otherwise then? Or want to try to hit it with something?
Well, if I do, it's gonna bounce back to me. Problem.
We lure it all the way back to the fire statues. And we just let it, cook the glass.
I
Maybe it's not immune to force? That's
I don't think anything is, so you can
that's
try.
a thing golems might not be sometimes. Try that.
Force barrage.
If you can reach him with a weapon of some sort, you can also assist in other people's attack rolls. And aid. Force barrage is good though. Surely that'll do something.
It gets targeted by a spell. It attempts an acrobatics check to beat the spell's DC.
Spell
It fails.
doesn't have a DC.
The spell goes through.
Do this a
Counteract
tail.
its level, basically. The spell goes through. It tries to spin around and smash it back to you, but instead gets slabbed
3.
by the force, which seems to work perfectly fine. Cracking some of the many little glass mirrors on it.
That's it.
Alright. Golem will attack. Grasp.
Yep.
Say again. Attack again. Unable to land a strike, just striking, scratching the shield, hitting the armor.
Yep.
Ask.
Is there
No,
a
cast-
dazzling effect?
Nope, that's his turn.
Cast
A
benediction.
recharge on it.
I will keep my shield up.
Alright.
Arxu,
Alright, Paxu will
please.
get some more distance so I don't get penalties from the fucking volley trait. And then I'll shoot him. He's still flat-footed to me because I know exactly what he is. First time that is ever relevant. 25
Hit.
for 22. Well, scratched him.
Yeah, it's resistance piercing.
Strike.
10, I guess.
I could do bludgeoning with my sling, but then my damage would be awful.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And another hit. Okay.
Nice, the anthem. Let's go.
For number 20.
Damage is damage.
Alright.
It's working. Just keep
Yes,
pinning
it's-
it.
Beginning to crack under the barrage. Gabby.
Zun!
Lunge punch.
Yeah. God, I can't.
Yeah. It's,
A 2. All right. Yeah. Cool.
jumping, striking,
Yeah.
dodging blades left and right, bouncing back and forth. Yet not with much luck. Tempest.
Okay. Tempest is thinking, let's take some inspiration from the other golem we saw. Is there like a something toppleable?
Not really.
Maybe we
The
try to.
closest thing to it would be to pull off the like mirrors of the wall and smash them over it. But
Yeah, but that's not.
that might just be improvised weaponry more than anything else.
Yeah, just seeing all this.
Really,
rubble everywhere.
this seems like you're high above everything. The cliff, basically, like this little
Yep.
dome hole.
Yeah. All right. Is what it be. Let's blast it.
I was gonna say you actually have
Smash.
bludgeoning damage. So.
Strike.
Yeah. Followed by a 2-action elemental blast.
Really misses.
Mhm.
Striking at the ground instead. Artemis keen.
Okay, yeah. Need some more courage. That's true. That's...
Rages anthem once more. Success.
3 more turns.
I think I broke it. It says 12 years remaining. I'll have to
Excellent.
read that.
The game actually has
That's-
years in it.
So
Apparently
much
so.
courage.
Apparently so.
How many rounds is that?
I don't know.
God, don't want to. I'll know it.
2? Yeah, I don't know.
Move to...
3 million or something. Something like that. A lot.
Move... Try to whip it, I guess. No. That's it.
Alright, well, it reaches out for Grask again. Striking.
Yep.
Connecting.
Shield block.
63,072,000.
Do I still
Long
take
battle.
persistent if I don't take any damage?
No.
No.
Okay.
It tries to
know.
continue, but like you, it's not doing particularly well at hitting things. It is an old aged golem. It definitely isn't like a tip top stained glass golem, but you know, certainly.
I'm also
Grask
an
is
old-age
dealing with it.
goblin, you know.
Rask is doing amazing. Just an immovable
Oh, yeah.
object.
Yeah.
Well, raise my shield once again, and then I will ready an action, which I believe takes, or like I want to ready to assist someone in hitting.
Setting up an 8 is 1 action.
Okay, then I will take a strike myself after I raise my shield, and then I will ready to do that. Gosh, I'm lost in my sheet. There we go. Raise shield, and then rapier. This thing.
Hit.
Oh. Okay. 3 probably. All right, and then I'll spend my
Scratching.
last action to ready to help whoever does the most damage. Probably Fraxio, I guess. I don't know. Does it have to be melee attack or?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, the way it works is very much GM fiat. You have to explain how you want to assist me, and then Manakai decides what skill is appropriate and whether it works.
distracting it and like turning around so that it faces, shows
Yeah.
its side to that
It's
sort of
the
thing.
sonic
Makes sense.
damage from all of that screeching as your
Uh,
rapier goes into the
Yeah, I
glass.
basically want to like feint a strike or like strike it, but like
yeah.
purposely force it to pay attention to it, I guess.
All right, I'm
Uh,
gonna attempt to strike it then. So
Yeah, I'll
roll your
attempt
8.
to just roll the attack, I guess.
That is enough.
Alright.
15 DC.
Just-
It is a DC
Oh.
15. And then I'm gonna shoot it with a +1, which misses.
No,
Good.
it's,
Was he-
it's flat-footed to you, so
It
Oh, yeah.
is.
it is a success.
Let's
Excellent.
go.
Oh, 60. Well, it's something. And I'm gonna shoot
At
him
least you
again.
hit it.
It is a hit, you know? There you go.
Hey.
It's working, it's working!
All right, it's adding up.
Gabby.
Yes.
At least
It's the
Gabby would do
same
good
roll.
damage if Gabby could hit.
It's the same roll. I can't-
You know, I'd feel bad for you, but I've been there.
Uh-huh.
Well,
There
there
we
we go.
What?
Swing, swing, miss, strike.
Nice. Almost.
Nice.
Cracking more of the glass panels as many of them are beginning to sort of fall to pieces. Tempest.
All right, aura's up. 1 action blast.
Slam.
Followed by Vital Hands. 30 foot. On
Fails.
it like so.
Trying to dodge, but pouring water down a stair is much easier than it's not really anywhere else
Yeah.
but to go.
Exactly. You get it. Here we go.
It is
Nice.
almost entirely broken. Pieces of it hanging off.
Love to wash it away, but I don't think that'll actually do anything. Pulling it won't do anything. So that's me.
Artemis.
Whip it.
Yes, it is time for whipping.
You can
Smack
do
it.
more damage with
No.
But no.
Smack it again. No.
Ugh.
Smack it again. No.
Only the third. Oh,
Nope. That's it.
Big crit. Alright, well, it will try to kill Grask as it has been. Its imperative is pretty clear. Remove anything. Kill all of them.
Thank God.
So it just again hits the shield. The shield have really provided value in this fight.
No kidding.
oh yeah.
Speaking of, I realized I can use a shield as a weapon. I can shield bash this thing, and not just bludgeoning. So I'm going to do that
Ooh.
and miss. I'm going to try again, and then I'm going to raise my shield. No, okay. Then I raise the shield. I'm done.
Braxu.
Right, I'm gonna shoot it. It's still flat-footed.
Nice.
Excellent.
Crit, in
Yes.
fact.
Great.
Crit, you say?
Oh, yeah. Platform.
The flat foot.
Kill it. Nice.
40.
Oh.
You
Well
crush the
done.
thing, striking right at the heart of it. Shatters it. For a moment, it just pauses, and then all the mirrors just fall to the ground and break. The
Well, not the
ancient
ones
thing.
in the room.
No, the ancient thing
Whew.
defeated at long last.
Oh,
Yes. Wonderful.
someone needs to invent blunt arrows. Wait, that sounds really easy to make, actually.
It's just half the range. Easy.
Isn't that basically crossbow bolts?
Kind
They're piercing too.
Yeah.
But with that, I need to head off to work. So, thanks for the session, guys. I'll
All right.
Yeah.
See you,
Check.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We'll
Have a good one.
just Maybe loot the room and then stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loot everything.
As you look into the room, now having the time to sort of really take it all in, you do see the mirrors are actually kept fairly well. They appear to be silver mirrors, so not just glass that might have faded or broken, but they're pretty sturdy. Gabby probably hates them, but
Yeah.
the rest of you,
It's okay.
they appear nice.
Yeah, Gabby doesn't go
Getting
in
them
there.
off might be a bit difficult. It would take 10 minutes and either an athletics check or a thievery check to try to pry them off safely.
I can do some thievery if you like.
Vandalize the place. There's 8 of them, and you estimate that each individual one would have a value of 20 gold pieces.
That's a good haul.
Failing though
I
could ruin some of them. So
I assume we want to take a 10-minute break anyway, so
Yeah.
no reason not to do that.
they should just
Yeah.
stop glowing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
get the one crew member with us to make himself useful.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I'll take down these, carry them to the front.
Well, taking them down is something I would
We
not
do.
trust him to do.
No,
I'll
I'm not
keep
saying
them
that. I'm
safe
saying
back
ferry
here.
them to the front when, he's going to be our pack mule.
Do we roll now, or do we do that next time? Like, what's the
Sworn
plan?
to carry your burdens. Roll it now.
Well, that's good.
Let's just see it.
I will roll some thievery with no hero points available, so I'm gonna smash all of them. That's
Hey,
terrible.
that is a failure.
Excellent.
You begin removing them. A couple of them get scratched, though, which reduces their value slightly. You recover two less than you normally would, so the critical failure. But that means it's 6 times 2 is 12. It's 120 gold's worth of silver.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's annoying though.
Can I spend my hero point for Rexu to reroll that?
Does it work that way?
No,
I don't think it does.
Sadly.
not unless you say it does.
It's inspiration from D&D, I think.
Even in
that's-
D&D.
That's not how it works, but it's just how everyone plays it, because it's a better way to do it. Although I think in
Still,
the new rules that actually is.
Praxu, add the money, and then
the money.
Okay, I will add
120 gold.
120 gold.
It's
I'll
easier
just
that way.
put it in the party sheet so I don't accidentally forget about it and steal it.
We should take the. Is the
Oh.
scrap silver material that can be used, or is it like?
No, it's not that it's like you don't get the material. It's that the mirrors are more valuable when they're
I was
functional
just thinking
mirrors.
for like future needing to make silvered weapons and such for potions.
You could use some of this silver if you want.
Well, I don't want to.
Scrap.
Just-
Put it in the bag. Yeah, exactly. Figure it out later. I will, before we go here, and I forget who I can and can't use it on, I'll top up Rask and I keep forgetting this guy's name, Heartbreaker. I'll top them up.
Bitch
Once
boy.
it feels- Yeah. Because I think me and Gabby healed right before this fight started, so.
Well, it took 10 minutes to get the mirrors off, so.
Oh, true. All right, I'll give one to you as well. So that was to Heartbreaker and Grask, and then Gabby, Rexu and Gabby.
Yeah,
Rexu
good.
and Artemis are
You
fine.
fucking
And
Grask owned
heal
that
myself.
last time too.
yeah, no kidding. And then Malachi, do you mind just healing Grask with the 21, and
Can do.
Heartwell gets Heartbreaker gets 14.
Grask's AC with like all his buffs and shield rage.
Yeah, I know.
Currently it's 27.
Crazy,
That is so good.
crazy high. Yeah.
That was good.
It
Okay.
cost
We're
like
pretty
a
okay shape.
first level spell too. It's like
Yeah.
it's a spell that pretty much goes to the first level slot forever. I imagine.
Hmm. All right. Well, with that settled, I will head off as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Thank
People
you
are
for
honking
playing.
outside for some reason. Weird.
Getting close to level 6 in this
It's that-
dungeon.
Yeah, inching closer.
Yeah.
So it's the slightly added benefit of exploring side paths, is additional XPs. But
Yeah.
thanks for playing. Hope you
Thank
had
you for
fun.
hosting.
I haven't
was
done
a
a
good
lot of
session.
dungeon crawling in this campaign yet. But
No.
I think we had that
we're
like
getting
one.
there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thanks for playing.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time for more
Remember,
dungeon crawling.
honk for Sweden and their independence.
Yeah, honking for Sweden.
Hopefully.
Going.
And yeah, catch you guys later.